Why did I go right there? What's up? Welcome in. Happy Monday. How's it going? Vodka coming in with the first. What's up, Vodka? How's it going? How's your weekend? Welcome in. Combiner, what's going on? Welcome in. Hope you guys are all doing well. This table's like so far away. I'm sitting at my desk. I did like a bunch of cleaning over the weekend. It felt so good, but I have so many like Christmas decorations that I couldn't like fully clean my apartment. You know, the vacuum could probably only get around like 75%. Also, I hit go live and I immediately started sneezing like 87 times. So I just had to blow my nose like 14 times, and now we're back. But my nose is hurting. What's up, you? How's it going? Welcome in. Happy Monday. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you had a good weekend. What everyone do over the weekend? Anyone do anything fun? I didn't do too much. Let's see, what did I do? We had a watch party last night, which was a lot of fun. We're still continuing our Christmas movies. We watched the movie Violent Night with David Harbour, which was really good, actually. I really recommend that if you like the Die Hard type movies and are looking for like a Christmas movie to watch. I recommend it. It was good. So thank you for the suggestion. It was great. And we have another one coming up on Wednesday. I had to get my days correct. But we'll talk about the schedule in a few. But we're back, baby. We're still back. Watch a movie with one of my favorite streamers this weekend. Who'd you watch a movie with? Ace Windfall Channel? Christmas Violence, my favorite. What's up, Dust? How's it going? Welcome in. Happy Monday. It was good. It was definitely violent, and it was definitely Christmas, and it definitely took place at night. Yeah, it was pretty good. And the fact that there's supposedly a second one coming out, says is very great.
Vodkaman 666 just subscribe in the Glorp Club, straight up schlumping it. And by its hair, let's just say, my frontal web.
Cinema Vodka, thank you so much for the 15 months. Let's go. Enjoy your many emotes, enjoy your custom only exclamation Discord, and enjoy that sweet ad-free viewing experience. Guys, we can get a huge Vodka W in the chat for their kind support. I'd appreciate it. Thank you so much. Straight up glorping it. No, straight up schlumping it in the Glorp Club. I'm more of a glorping it type shit myself, but to each their own. As we live in a world where you can glorp it or schlump it. And by it, let's just say, like Frank Plump. Come on, Spy Family too. Let's go. I've been meaning to do that. I instead decided, or actually no, because I started this show last week. The show I'm the Villainess, so I'm taming the final boss. And it was good. It was really good. I actually really liked it. A shame that it doesn't have any more seasons, but they covered supposedly a lot of material in the 12 episodes of the anime, according to what is in the light novels. So I might check out the light novels at some point, but that's pretty much like all I asked for Christmas. So my book backlog is going to be just as bad as my anime backlog at this point. Born to die in this gloom of a world. It's true. We all are. But at least we can have fun while we're at it, talking about Schlormblorben, you know? I feel like the funniest things are just the things that don't really make any sense, you know? Like in retrospect, why are things like 6-7 so funny? And it's because they just are a thing. And they just sprout out of nowhere, and then they just become funny. You know, look at anything that is funny over the last like few years is probably not funny to you anymore. But when it was funny, it was funny. And I dare say there may come a time when even the fuck you guy becomes slightly less funny. But until then, let's listen to his silky fuck you voice however often we can. Which reminds me, I do need to make another lore video. Maybe I should try and maybe that should be my goal for the end of the year, actually. Maybe that's what I should do. I don't know, I've been doing other things. Trying to
Can I go to toilet, please?
Trying to get back on my
said
Exactly.
my user, whose was actually the fuck you guy.
The fuck you guy. Thank you, you. Bluey, what's going on? Happy Monday. How are you doing? Thank you for the hydrate. Sipping on some tea. I just took a nap. I don't get 6-7. I'm certified Unk. See, that's another one. Unk is funny. But at least that one does kind of have like some meaning. But the point of it is that there isn't really a point. It's kind of a thing that kind of caught on. Doing well. How are you? I take that back. What's wrong? I'm doing good. How much Ted Lasso have you seen? Zero. Listen. The minute that I get the ability to freeze time, I'm gonna be the biggest, baddest motherfucker in the world. I'm gonna be a JoJo character in real life. I'm gonna be watching so many videos and anime and shows. I'm gonna have shorts and contents for days. I'll be able to read. I'll be able to actually sleep. But until then, I can't do any of that. In fact, I can barely take care of myself. So here we are. But I did start another show over the weekend. This was last night. I started the show called The Dark History of the Reincarnated Villainess. I believe that is the name. Let me check really quickly. I think I might be missing a word or two. The Dark History of the Reincarnated Villainess. I still got it. I still got it, baby. I still got it. Pretty good though. What would my stand be? My pose would be kind of slight. I can never. This is the funny thing. I can never think of like something to have a stand, because the stand powers were so crazy. Some of the time, some of them were stupid and intentionally so. But other times they were just absolutely absurd. So I wish I had a better answer to that question. But I do like the JoJo poses. I like being a slutty male sometimes, you know. Those TikToks of people hitting the JoJo poses, yeah, there's dude, some of them are so crazy. I like the one, the freaking split one. The Paul, yeah, 80-degree angle while monologuing, bro. Paul Naref, he's a good guy. I liked him. My favorites from each, let's see, my favorite from each part was probably, so in part one, I'll give it to Speedwagon. Part 2, I think, will probably be the only one that'll actually give it to JoJo, because Joseph Joestar was too good. So part 2 goes to Joseph Joestar. Part 3, I think probably Pole. Probably Polnareff, yeah. Old Joseph Joestar was cool too, but they inserted that weird thing about him being a bad person. I was like, damn, that's a little disappointing. Part 4 was Rohan Kishibe for sure. I was a little, after wrapping up part 3 and getting into part 4 and it like immediately changing pace and style somewhat significantly, it took me a little while to warm up to it, but once I introduced Rohan Kishibe, I was sold. Part 5, Bucciarati, hands down easiest pick of my life. And then part 6, I liked FF. My least favorite is Jotaro. I liked Jotaro in part 3 because he was kind of a douche. Part 4, I wish he did more in part 4, but I know that's not the point. But still, he was just kind of there. His white suit was pretty sick though. And I liked when he showed up part 5. I've been thinking of rewatching that, but I think it's too long. I think I'll just go into Steel Ball Run with my memories. Well, you know, when we get into the dark history of the fuck you guy, any single lore video is the dark history of the fuck you guy. Also, I can't believe that I was like, hey guys, I watched this new show called The Dark History of the Reincarnated Villainess, and then you was like, oh no, that's you actually, tiny flat girl failure with a perfect pretty pink princess OC. It's like, fuck. It shows it's really dumb. It's super funny. It takes an interesting twist on that, because where you know, a lot of like isekai type shows, you'll get reincarnated as like a really powerful person or a really likable person. She gets reincarnated as the least likable person, and she has like immediate guilt about how she wrote her story, because it's not in like a game or anything. It's in her fan fiction story that she wrote as like a middle schooler. So it's like super cringe at times, and it's so self-aware. She I don't want to say like breaks the fourth wall, but you'll see like little flashbacks to like her like old life and her like writing it and what was inspiring her, and then her back in the reincarnated world like cringing out and be like, why did I write that? It's actually it's pretty funny. I'm enjoying it so far. I think I've watched like 4 or 5 episodes maybe. Of it being a marine biologist and using those skills to track down those rats. The marine biologist part, you know what, fair. Yeah, he is probably up there. Who else did I like in part 4? I mean, I did like Josuke. I liked old little reliable fucking what's his name? Why can I can never think of his name. Him hitting his pose in the first intro is so funny. Female Subaru, in a sense, yeah. Man, I gotta watch the newest season of that show. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I gotta catch up, because I gotta catch up on a lot of things, but I gotta stop starting new shows, because there's a bunch of stuff coming out in January, so I gotta do that. I gotta catch up on Spy Family. I gotta catch up on Dr. Stone. ReZero would be a good one. Otherwise, I think I just gotta finish To Be Hero X at that point. And your pose is that "Go White Girl Go" gif midway through the swing. Just T-posing. Man, we were talking about ZZZ earlier. I kind of want to go back to it. It's the only game where you get to play as Bernice. Banger. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. In, gosh, 10 days. But with the hips cocked to one side. All right, I see you. I like it. I can get down with that. I'll just be lopsided for the rest of my life every time I hit that. My hips and knees aren't what they used to be, but I try my best. I did hit the leg press. Oh, I forgot to sign my workout in Discord. I did hit the leg press again today for the first time in like a week, so probably be sore tomorrow. The kid with the cougar after him or whatever? What you talking about? So Combiner, how you doing? Welcome in. Micah, how you doing? Welcome in. Happy Monday. How you been? But Bluey, I'll watch Ted Lasso at one point. I promise. I promise. I might be like a slow burn type shit where I throw it up on a side monitor while I'm working and kind of like passively watch it, because that's what I'll do for stuff. We'll say that's for lack of a better term, dubbed. So I'll get around to it. Searcher's my type? Hell yeah, Searcher's cool. We were talking about Enfield earlier too. I do like Searcher Enfield design. How's the forearm? Actually, my forearm's perfectly fine. I'm doing I can get up to 30. I'm doing 2x10 at 30 each for dumbbell curls, and then I will also do some reverse dumbbell curls, which aren't as like heavy on it, obviously, but pretty good. The sneer. Toad, what's up? Welcome in. How are you doing? That is so good. I saw a TikTok ad where they showed that off too. Yeah, she turns around and gives you a disgusted look if you look at her back, and I'm like, damn, my bad for wanting the Searcher shots. But anyway, whenever we get to play that game and my life is ruined in about a month, we will be perceiving Searcher in that what word am I thinking of? What's up, BS? How's it going? Not respectfully. That's what I was trying to say. Gotta reroll until I get Helliger. Honestly, good for you. Habit. I mean, it won't be a good habit. You're right. But I was talking about I would not be looking respectfully in the slightest. In fact, I would be drooling and salivating at the mouth. I'm so glad Kiara gets to play that. I'm excited to see hopefully more people check it out as a result. I love that she's a fan of the original series too. Speaking of, there we go. That was a segue. That was a segue. Hear me out. Hear me out. So, exciting week this week. So, like I said, last night we watched the movie Violent Night in Discord. It was really good. Highly recommend it. But on Wednesday, if you're interested in some Christmas movie classics, we're going to be watching both The Year Without a Santa Claus and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, two of my favorites. We're going to be starting at 8 p.m. And then on Friday, we're doing community game night in Discord. So now is such a good time to type !Discord, where you can join the Discord and get about 69% more attractive just by joining. But if streams are more your thing, we got both today and tomorrow continuing the Stultifera story. So I think we're going to be making some solid progress. I'd like to think that we'll be probably pretty close to wrapping it up by the end of this week, which is great. But I am really enjoying it. So, very exciting week. Holidays coming up. Sat Boost, how's it going? Welcome in. Needs to react to Viviana. Would she like Viviana? Are there any German character? Oh, I missed that part. Sorry. Are there any other German characters though? I feel like I'm under the gun. I can think of all the Kazimirs, but they're Polish. Blessing any. Oh, okay. So anyone from Lithuanian. That's what it is. Yeah. Thank you. Lots of NPCs. Yo!
Just subscribe. Bennett79 Lish.
What the heck? 34 months? What the? Holy crap! Kirkami, enjoy your Benny emotes, enjoy your custom role in the exclamation Discord, and enjoy that sweet ad-free viewing experience. Guys, we can get a huge Kirkami W in the chat for their kind support. I'd appreciate it. What's up? How you doing? How was your weekend? Welcome in. I've been held captive for so long. Yeah, it's funny that you think that you have a say anymore. Thank you. 34 is a big number. That's like halfway. That's over halfway to 67. Can you believe it? Oh my god. Cancel subscription right then and there. How you been? What's new? Double feature. Yes, exciting movie on Wednesday. I'm looking forward to that. Like I said, I really like the really old ones, because that's what I watched when I was a kid. I think it's more. I don't know what's the dealio with it. It's generally just a permission and rights thing, because the way that it works is where a business makes money for another business, there needs to be an agreement in place. So that's why, you know, there was the notorious please Atlas, please let Callie play Persona, please Atlas stream, which never ended up amounting to anything. It was Persona, right? Well, she played Persona 3, I remember, but it's that sort of thing where it's ultimately, you know, I think I got taken down, but you know, ultimately another company makes money off the property of another company, so they need to be aware of it. That's kind of what it boils down to. But I don't know why it's like applies to some games and not others in some cases. So crazy art of Raishawa. Yo, I've been seeing sweaty Uma Musume art on my timeline, and whew, those folks are talented. Did they announce the new game? They announced the release date here, Command, and basically I think the only way that I'm going to be able to fit it into my schedule is if I kill myself. So yeah. Sweaty because they're running? Yes, exactly. They just finished running and now they're covered in sweat. Will the Yakuza get them? I think the Yakuza go for more not safe for work. We'll get to it then. That's crazy. I still got time to figure it out. It's like a month away at this point. It's crazy. Playing Expedition 33? Hell yeah. I hope you're liking it. The game's so good. Sorry. No. Degen's German? Did I know that? Is it Goat Lady? I guess that makes sense. Heard this is JP thing only, and some gachas include blanket perps in the store description. Interesting. I didn't know that. How's it going, Wendy? Yeah, I mean, I've never had to worry about it personally, obviously. I think it is quite interesting, though. It's an interesting concept. But, yeah, I'd like to see them get an opportunity. I think Namiel having a character in OG Arknights had anything to do with Holo Talent being allowed to play it. I do not think so, because there is another artist, or I don't think that would be a sole reason. There's another artist for some characters, and I think let's leave it at that. Man, isn't Jackie's design really good, you guys? Didn't she just get English VA? That's cool. That's cool. Unrelated. I don't think I've seen anything on female trainer, though. Have you heard any OP name more German than Degen Brecker? You know what? You're right. Sorry. I do kind of wish I liked her, but at the same time, I don't want to like her, because I feel like the minute that I start to like her, I become less of a man. I put one knee on the ground the minute I say that I like Degen Brecker, and I simply won't admit that. I think her design is cool for what it's worth, but Irene better. Speaking of Irene, we're gonna go to hang out with Irene on a boat soon, so. Scared of her aura. I'm scared of her saying that she'd snap me in half like a twig. But that is aura, you're right. You don't want to like her because you can't ship her with another woman. No, I absolutely could ship her with another woman. Do you know me? I'm very capable. Degen, a style of short sword / dagger, breaker. Yeah, see, she beat me up. If you see any art of Meishi Doto, send it to me. I don't. If I see art of Meishi Doto all sweaty, I'll send it to you. I should check that person's Twitter. I try not to go out of my way to look up stuff like that, but if it happens across the timeline, hey, blame Elon Musk. E3 reunion boss stages first. Probably me. I'm good at this game. Searcher and Mudrock exists. Funny, I feel like both of them are just eternally meant to be alone because they're awkward and weird. Earth Spirit is another giant. Oh yes, Earth Spirit. Yes, Earth Spirit haunts my. Actually, no, they're 4-star. They're not as bad, but I do like it. They seem all right. They showed up in one story, I think, briefly. Chilling Brex Degens. You aren't a Degen, are you? So my lawyer said that I don't have to answer that question. Is my internet just shitting the bed or what? Everything's good over here. Awkward and weird. Now you're speaking my language. Bluey, Mudrock, and Surtur. Definitely check them out. Two really good designs though. But Vodka, give it a refresh. Give it a sign out, sign back in. Everything should be good here. But everyone else, let me know if you're also having issues. It could just be the start of a Twitch issue. Let me just for shits and giggles check down detector really quick. Down detector, only thing down is Rockstar and DoorDash, but don't DoorDash stuff. All right, we're gonna jump into the game. So this game's so funny. I don't get it because oops, I'm gonna pause the music. Supposedly there's something new coming out, and the game decides to show me the summer skins again, all the ones that all three that I already bought. So thanks, game. Oh shit, I'm level 116. I'm almost Arknights Unk now. Can you believe it? I am almost Unk. Hopefully triangle tonight. Yeah, so I didn't get a chance to record the video because I took a nap, and I might not get a chance to tomorrow, so I hope it's nothing that important. I hope it's nothing that important. Watch it be like the most important one. Keep saying I'm new all levels to 116. I am a new player in spirit and talent and heart. But it's been like a week since we've streamed Stultifera, at least. So during stream, if it shows up tonight, we can just watch it. It's because it's not there yet, you say? Oh, it's just this skin. Skin does look good, by the way. I'd pick it up. So, was there any housekeeping we need to do? I don't think so. I worked on. I already got Lazy. I'm just gonna call her Lazy. Lazy sounds nice. Not lazy. Lazy. S1 and 3, but I'll probably work on the others because I did max her out right away. So playing bongos, yeah, it's that game or whatever that is. I'm actually not all that familiar with it, but I recognize it. What's up, Kavellin? How you been? What's new? Me chugging my tea. Give me a second. Aggressive ASMR, bro. The freaking carpal tunnel simulator. I hate manual skills that recover too quickly. I'm not. I don't have that much awareness. Reason number 62 why I'll never play Jordi. Reasons number 1 through 61 are that he's a man. What did I want to do? I wanted to show Bluey Bull Searcher. Searcher you should be familiar with. They look like Maria. See? Look at her smirk. I saw an image from 2 years ago today of my Arknights roster. My highest level is like E1 level 45 Arketo, which says everything that you need to know. But at that time, I did already have Surtur, Munar, Horn. What a time to be alive. And then this one is pretty good too. That's kind of what she looks like when you look at her back in Enfield, supposedly. You can get this one too. And then Mudrock is cool too. They're both kind of weird. I play with Cutter, Bibik, and Cement at the same time. Lazy is easy work. I wanted to use Bibik and then I never did, and now she's probably in the limbo area of my roster where I don't know where she is. Yeah, here she is. E1 level 1. Not low enough to be easy to find, and not high enough to be accessible either. I'm sorry, Bibik, I failed you. Even Viviana's a higher level. S2, M2, were you talking about Mudrock? I was thinking about that the other day and how I forgot to finish, and then and then it looks like I still didn't. If I have the materials for it right now, I'll do it. If not, she has to wait. She has to wait. How do you know? You looking at her back? Obviously not. Looked up videos of other people doing it because I didn't get into the beta. It looks like Maria. She said so herself, not me. No, you barely sentient. It's apparent that your misandrism doesn't have to explain it. What the? I'm just not good at the game. I'm kidding. I'm so good at the game. I hate that every other character that I max level ends up pushing Swire further down the list. Why can't she be at the top? It's not even in alphabetical order anymore. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. It's on class order. Is it? It's by level. Leveled in class? That doesn't make sense. I always figured it was alphabetical. Was it just coincidentally alphabetical this whole time? Up until Lemon, it was just alphabetical. That's bullshit. Find Swire at the top. That's what I'm saying. She had been until I had all these items in my inventory saying, hey, It's like the Green Goblin mask saying, hey, you can make this character max level right here, right now. And I said, ooh, that sure is tempting. Wouldn't it be nice to have Spuria max level right now? If I were to do anyone on here, it'd probably be Zima. But she's already level 50, so. Level, class, and alphabet. Interesting. I probably never noticed. Because anytime I notice that they're in alphabetical order, I'm in a subclass or something. Spectre would also be cool. I do like Spectre. I would probably prefer her Ultra, though. But all right, we are jumping into Stultifera Navis. Regular Lapland's not a bad choice either for some silencing, because I can't afford to use J, so. All right, so we did, according to the overlay, we did SNST4 last time. So is this true? Yeah, I do have my auto deploy. So let's go over to the Cold Reef port. You guys able to see pretty much everything? Enough. The calamity completely reshaped Iberia's coastline, and the majestic harbor built on more than 70 years ago sank into the sea without a trace. It goes without saying that Cold Reef port cannot hold a candle to it. Though small, it seems it still reserves a few berths for massive ships. In reality, those ships would never return to the port. Prepare to board. A few of the small vessels prepared beforehand by the Penal Battalion are moored in the port. When they set sail into the sea for the first time, they will face completely unknown winds and waves. After the plan to build Grand Faro was put on hold, Cold Reef Port was almost never used. The few voyages in the port's records were mostly small-scale search missions carried out by the Inquisition and the Penal Battalion. Nobody ever returned from those expeditions. Holy shit, Expedition 33, real. Today, this long since lonely port will finally see off another ship from its embrace. Its crew will set out to find the Eye of Iberia that is still looking out over the ocean. The Penal Battalion prepared the boat in advance. The old dock worker carrying out work he was unfamiliar with, loading the vessel with supplies for the voyagers. The boat slowly left the port, disappearing from the people's sight. The dock worker thought to himself that he might never get the chance to send off another ship in his few remaining years. That's kind of sad. Oh, the Eye of Iberia. Did we do this one? Yeah, this was ST4. The cameras are ST. I finally figured it out after halfway through the story. We've done 1, 2, 3, 4 story nodes, and then 1, 2 tutorial, 3 stages. So, Eye of Iberia. Nobody knows why this lighthouse survived the disaster, but perhaps it is because no matter how terrifying the wind and waves may be, nothing can stop people from gazing towards the sea. Iberia's eyes will never close, only be temporarily clouded over. Damn, the bars. Yo, that's how low-key, that lighthouse looks kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of fucks. Oh, Tragodia. I'm sorry to hear that. Dario, yeah, Dario's real. The face reveal is kind of funny. He looks like a Dario, doesn't he? All right. Landing point. It shuts its eyes, its sweet dreams unperturbed for over a decade. Looks like we're getting another story node before another stage. Pacing in this is kind of crazy. Yeah, ST5. Or just maybe not the pacing, the balancing between stages and story nodes is what's kind of different than other stories. The Robert Pattinson and William Dafoe are in there. I need to see that movie. The only thing I know about that movie is this one clip where William Dafoe says Fortnite, and then there's a silence, and then he's just like laughs maniacally. And I'll use that. I'll send that video to people when I want them to play Fortnite with me. Fortnite. Insanely Peak. I've heard it's so good. I've heard it's so good. William Dafoe. Fortnite. What's up, Nosame? Is it not pronounced Dafo? Hey, it's Willem. Oh. Whoops. Defoe? Defoe. That makes sense. I'm not all that good at the old pronunciation. And generally
In our explosion chamber.
to Willem Dafoe? That's crazy. Insane. There we go. We got there. I'll forget. I'll call him William Dafoe next time he comes up in conversation. Damn, what did Willem do? That's crazy. The Fortnite. I think I have the video saved on my computer. I have to, right? Because I send it to people. Where is it? Here it is. Fortnite. Oh, it took over my music window because it just played in media player. It's this video.
Fortnite.
It's so dumb. It's so good. I'm gonna send that in Discord later if I remember. I probably won't, but the next time I remember, I will send it. Let me get the music back for later.
Go.
That scared me. That voice line or that sound effect in particular is so loud for me. Fortnite. All right. You guys are just hopping in. I hope you had a good weekend. Welcome in, welcome in. We're just jumping back into Stultifera. We are preparing for the voyage. See where we left off. Tiago. Yeah. What is this disgusting floor? What's happening? Is it the sea terrors? Amaya. Tiago. Amaya. What's going on? Didn't you say the Church of the Deep cultists wouldn't show up? They made a complete mess of the place. Oh, wrong person. What's going on? Didn't you say those Church of the Deep cultists wouldn't show up? They made a complete mess of the place. Tiago, I came to say goodbye. What? It's about time for me to... And the opportunity is hard to come by now. That's all it is. I don't understand. Tiago, the Inquisitors are here. A whole 3 of them. Wait, was he not at the... Oh, no, that's right. Because he thought Jordi got away. And then Jordi came back for him with Elysium. And we were like, bro. And then they were like, haha, idiot. Now you're coming with us. And you're under arrest by the Inquisition. And then he was like, oh, man. And then they're like, but you're going on the ship. And he was like, huh? And then fade to black. Cinema. That's pretty much where... That was where we left off last time. I should trigger a sound clip. It seems to be broken. Which one? The Pinar explosion chamber? No, yeah, it did play the sound effect a few minutes ago. Cinema. Yeah, exactly. Eek. Jordi's in their hands. Yep, there we go. The reveal. Ah! Don't, Tiago. Jordi came back on his own will. And what can you do against 3 Inquisitors? Does he know what it means to be found by the Inquisition? You've told him so many times that I'd be shocked if he didn't. But that's how people are. Reason might tell us to take every advantage and avoid the opposite. But people are so complicated, and you can't judge that so easily. I wouldn't call Jordi a fool for his choice. Hey! What the hell? It's cold, bro. It snowed this weekend. It's chilly. What the frick? Insane. Louis, thank you for the hydrate. Now's not the time to argue over morality. This is his nature we're talking about. Character, not morality, Mea Tiago. There's a certain beauty in human nature. Even time can deny that. What are you getting at? Do you hate the Inquisition? The sea terrors have blanketed this town, but remember, Tiago, remember. Remember that rainy night when the penal battalion charged into town, breaking down doors. The unending screams drowned out the pitcher-patter of the rain. No, stop. And now, the sea's brand is spreading across town. Have you heard any screams? Have you seen anyone being senselessly slaughtered or hunted down? You haven't. Kind of crazy. Right now, all that remains in Gran Faro is stillness. Yeah, didn't they say it was kind of like eerie and creepy before? Ooh, look, the ocean. Oh, look, Jordi. The view. See, I told you, I've been working out. Moving up. No Christmas hat? Next week. Next week. The Pinar. The Pinar Battalion? What the? I never knew that the ocean was so vast. Dog, are you for real, for serious right now? The sea breeze blows past. Jordi cannot believe what's before his eyes. He had always thought the sea's horizon was the sky's end. Not until witnessing this boundless expanse of waves for himself does Jordi, the Aegir, have a sudden question. Why has humanity never desired to explore this? Oh, my good friend. Humanity has indeed intended to explore both the ocean and the stars. And you see, it takes only a certain few fellas with the balls and the resources to make it happen. Looks at Kristen. Biggest balls in all of Arknights. She's up there, I'd say, actually. Who else is up there with the biggest stones? I feel low-key, I feel like Terrace's had some fucking balls. He had some big stones. The Pinar Battalion has to go with the Lord video. It's like a whole ass navy. After chapter 15, yeah, exactly. Calcit's got stones for sure. Irene, look, it's Irene. Ace. Yep, you're right. Ace is S tier, big balls guy. Irene, guys, look, it's Irene. How could we ever determine our position out here? It's not as if the moons of our signal beacons or the stars could be read like a map. Why can't we read the stars like the map? Ask a professional astronomer and find out. Then, if air really is under the water, then how big is it? Bigger than Iberia? There's a handful of genuine air over there. How about you ask them? Hey! They seem like they have their own worries, though. They're all so solemn. No, they're all just fucking awkward as hell, bro. And they like girls. One of the unofficial ships. No, it's canon, don't worry. Unless you're talking about Jordi and Irene, in which case, no way. I only ship Irene with myself. Did I read that line? Yeah. Shark, what are you listening to? The wind. Like, there's an offering of kin mingled within this with the sea breeze. It puts me much at ease. She gets more like this the closer we are to the sea. Is she gonna come back to Laurentine? Shit, what's her government name? Laurentina or something? The aquarium has gathered not girls. What did they gather? Imagine how we felt about that line. Ask an astronomer and find out, knowing something is wrong with the sky, but not exactly what. Oh, this was pre-Lone Trail. Laurentina, I was right. Oh. Even though in Salviento she was so. Do you know why? I could guess, but it would only disturb your judgment. We have a battle before us. No, this is a story-only stage, Gladia. Come on, get your head in the game. Did you ever attempt to return to the sea after your narrow escape to shore? Of course, I failed. There's no end to them. They surrounded me. I ran out of strength before I could even swim far. I tried so many times. But you're still alive. We are all well aware of the changes in our bodies, Scotty, you included. Shark may have suffered some injury, but none of my hunters are so fragile. I feel like she speaks like Erwin Smith in Attack on Titan. Talks about her hunters like he talks about his soldiers. And she's the same as us. Hey, Dario! Spectre, once a victim of the Church of the Deep, Originium absent in the ocean, has affected her in a whole host of ways. Why bring along such an uncertain element? We are going home. It does not concern you. Home, but circumstances in Ea can hardly be better than in Iberia. Raise your lantern, Inquisitor. Let's prepare to greet our first enemies. Fighting? In my story-only node? What the hell? Oh, they've come. One final question. Are there really only 3 abyssal hunters? Does he know? Does he know? Spiky boys. Yeah, they were cute until they started standing on the slippery oopy goopy and then started shooting me from across the map. Now they're annoying. My hunters hope. My hunters cope. My hunters see. I ever show you guys the Dr. Ratio gif where it's just like a bunch of words at the top?
Larry.
Larry! That is like seethe, dilate, mauled, cope. Oopy goopy would be a good sound redeem. Yeah, you know the video where it's like, you mess with my gang. Now you have to deal with Oopy goopy, General Munchkin Man, someone else, Captain Jim Bob, and worst of all, Larry. It was peak. It's so good. Should recreate that. You guys know if I ever had a 3D model, I would be unstoppable. I would be doing some crazy shit. I'd reenact any gift that anyone ever sent me or ever wanted. One day. Anyway, where's all pianists? If there were others, I would have long since found them. What compels you to ask? The fact that he squared up against one like 10 minutes ago? Ominous slithering sounds. Is he vague posting? He's just aura farming across town again. Is this ship's course true? Undoubtedly. Then the sea terrors are becoming more explicitly hostile as we approach the Eye of Iberia. Perhaps it is already their nest. Fighting them aboard this ship would waste far too much time. Scotty, Shark, defend this vessel. Keep an eye on the primitive signal navigation facilities while you're at it. I will enter the sea. I'll go with you. You are stronger in the sea, but so are they. And we cannot bleed down there. The risk is too high. Yo, she's saying I'm better than you. She's saying you would get cut. You can't take them all down without getting the hit. Unexpected terror. Straight up terroring it. Captain, what the? I thought you were a 3D model. What? I am a real boy. I'm like Pinocchio. You just have to believe in me. Just believe. What's wrong? Are there monsters attacking again? No, I can't see any. We don't know what's happening under the water, but... That muffled booming. What's going on down there? Is she fighting below? No. She's just moving. She's faster in the water. That was her just swimming around? That's crazy. Can someone get a video? I'll believe you when you read Sui. What? That's bullshit. I'll get there eventually. She made a sonic boom. That's crazy. That's so cool though. How can anyone move faster through water than air? Habit, I guess. Or maybe it's a skill. Skill. Is it true? Is it a skill? Also, I've been meaning to ask, how long is Path of Life compared to both Undertides and Stultifera? Father and Captain. Oh, I see. I didn't realize. Were the others make up nicknames for old PV all rather suggestive sounding? Sounds about right. Skill issue. I don't know. I don't see Irene jumping in the water, but that'd be kind of cool, I guess. Sea terrors are following her. She's opened up a passage. Irene, take Briogan's descendant and continue to steer. Pick up speed before the enemies surround us. Irene's driving the ship? She even have her driver's license? Wait, I thought this guy was supposed to be on here. I thought Carmen was supposed to be on the boat. Also, why didn't Calcit go with them? Calcit absolutely should have. And they've left. The seas won't be peaceful. If you worry for them, we best hurry and finish up our business. Grand Pharaoh is only an outpost to recapture the lighthouse. Retaking it is all that matters. I'm surprised that Iberia can already exploit air technology to resist the encroaching Nether Sea brand. Regardless, at Regardless, the rate of its evolution is faster than any one scientist's genius. If we seek victory, we must use whatever we can. Shorter than Stultifera, much longer than Undertides. Undertides was longer than Stultifera? How much longer of Stultifera than we have? I feel like this is... Oh, I read that wrong. I'm sorry. Sorry. I read that totally backwards. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Good. Because I was gonna say I didn't think Undertides was like super long. Undertides was like 3, maybe. No, I think it was 5 streams, but one of them was the collab with Cloudy where we literally got through like 1 story node. So, yeah. Even an army, I see. This is a plain unremarkable town. Perhaps there are more strategic locations waiting for the Inquisition to recapture them one by one. More favorable battlefields, grander walls, and fortifications. Path of Light. Emote. 51, Stultifera's 59 speed. But sometimes it's fine to start with what's at hand. However many Iberians are willing to fight to the death against the waves, that is how many soldiers we can field. That's crazy. Everyone's just a soldier to you. Let us begin the cleanup. That's crazy. My eyes itchy. Unabated slithering sounds. Hey, are we still not there yet? Irene's like, oh my god, are we there yet? Me for real, anytime I sit down in someone else's car. According to the nautical map, we should be able to at least see it by now. I swear to god, I will turn this boat around. High Inquisitor, we have to head deeper in or else. That's crazy, Irene. What are you talking about? No. Look up. Are we there yet? Yo, Irene in a CG. Hey! What was that for? What? It's nothing but black overhead. I can't see. No, that's not the sky. You got that CG for 2 lines? That's crazy. They've made it their nest by now. Very close to the shore. No wonder their numbers are so great. We can just cut them all down like before. Yes, like before. Shark. So that is their eye. Why does it feel so familiar? It has been caked in filth for too long, unable to open its lid. I'll clear a path. Jordi, come with us. Okay. I hope I can be of help. No, there's something only you can do. If you can't, then we'll have to change strategies and prioritize ensuring that the Inquisition's technicians can make it here safely. And in the battle to come, we'll have no time to care for the fate of a solipsistic heir. Got it. You seem nervous. Aya, you don't understand what finally reaching this island again signifies for us. And what would that be? Ever since the Penal Battalion discovered remnant signals from the lighthouse, we made 17 attempts to make landfall, 8 of which succeeded in setting foot on this reef. Hundreds of soldiers and 3 Inquisitors. No one returned alive. That's crazy. Who's the boss? Don't tell me your superior ethics teach you to respect your heroes but forsake their memory. Damn, immediately going at the throat. The High Inquisitor and I, the Iberians, will hold a memorial for those who died at sea. I did not mean to pick at your morals. All I can say is that in the face of the ocean, we are all alone and weak. Unless they just got like stranded and all they could do was eat seaborn, and then they're like, oh shit, this was a bad idea. And that's why there's so many of them. It's the not getting channel points that irritates me. Bro, I don't get why that keeps happening to you. Welcome back. How's your issue update? You got an opera update? Mayhaps? We are all alone and weak. Do as you wish, but we are pressed for time. A foot falls on the reef. A colossus hides in the jet black winds. Only by tilting one's head back and gazing far up can one distinguish it from the murky sky. Ooh! The Eye of Iberia. Ooh! Ooh! This music! Oh, this is so good. I need this for like a D&D campaign or something. This is so like Fire Emblem coded. A final pair of eyes sealed shut. So tall. The scale of that statue in town has to be wrong. High Inquisitor. This is what we once... It is. My first time seeing it as well. The two remain silent for a moment, dead in their tracks as they look over at this vast spectacle that survived only in documents and records. This was Frost Nova Stage's background music? Are you serious? Will redeem you when I got you, not the... Bluey the channel point sugar daddy. Oh my gosh. The enduring reality of Iberia goes far beyond what she was taught, Irene thinks. Despite the Abyssal Hunter's ample disdain for them, despite the balance of the nation well and truly crumbling, despite it all, this lighthouse is an emblem, a fire emblem, of past glory and wild ambition, of dreams and the domination of the unknown. Whatever feelings may roil in your heart at this moment, engrave them all. This building, these worn swords and lanterns, these reefs, this ocean. Carve into your heart just what humanity has built in its struggle. Keep it with you forever at all times. If we do not venerate our sacrifices, our scales are meaningless. Yes, sir. Enter carefully. Got it. Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with it. What browsers do you guys use? Vector, what are you doing? Have we come home? No, not yet. But if we find what Kaltset and the captain are looking for here, maybe we can. Just hold on. We're almost there. Did you see Scotty's face right there? She looked like concerned. It's too quiet. But it still stinks. It does stink. Yes, the reef is coated in remnants Nethersea brand. I can see traces of man-made objects too, rotted for the most part. Claudia paces slowly. She looks up at the tower, standing against the tenebrous sky. The Eye of Iberia is directed towards the heavens, as if upon this finite soil life cranes its neck, wanting to see the future. The nations of the land have done all they can to reproduce Brogan's remaining legacy. These so-called lighthouses are an emulation of air technology through and through. Like, what can this lighthouse be awaiting, set in this void and empty sea? Like, does it watch the ocean or the land, I wonder? Captain. I know. Within is a sea terror nest. The lack of an immediate attack may merely be defensive, a guarding of the den. It is about time they come. Hey, they came. Ominous slithering sounds. There's not too many. See, the coast is already out of sight. Sentimental. No, I just mean we can't bleed here. It'll be extremely dangerous. Then don't bleed. They can't pierce our skin. So long as you do not seize your dance, these numbers are insufficient to kill us. Take them down, ladies. The lighthouse, it really is just like the statue in town. which means those blueprints at home really were from my mother and father. For the Eye of Iberia, my parents were once in this very place. Sad boy hours. A logistical question about the Abyssal Hunters and blood, but I'm not sure I want to ask it. As in, like, you want to probe a question from me, or you genuinely have a question that you want to talk about following that? Moist, what's up? Using Edge in 2025 is crazy. Kind of respect it almost. The ladder? No worries. If you want to, feel free. I mean, Edge is still, or Edge and Chrome are both the same backing, so it ultimately doesn't really matter. More than 2 streams open. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's also part of related to the Twitch changes, honestly. Good old Fox. Nice. I think Micah also uses Firefox, if I'm not mistaken. I'm still a filthy Chrome user. I would like to move over to Opera GX though. Abyssal Hunters not enter the ocean for 1 week every month. I don't think like Scotty's been in there for a very long time, right? If memory serves. She said she hasn't been in it for a while. I mean, are they banned from missions if, you know, it's that way? Fucked up. That's fucked up. We did talk about this in Discord at some point, I'm pretty sure. Chrome extensions and Edge, yeah, because they're, I mean, they, like I said, they have the same backing. It's just, I don't know. I'm just used to Chrome. Could consider switching to Firefox is also pretty nice. But probably swap to the gamer browser because I'm a gamer. Sorry. Jordi looks back towards the shore. Each and every day, his mind went back to his view of that overcast shore, a lifeless gray, a hopeless crowd. But look at this lighthouse, he thinks. Uncle Tiago was right. They were all heroes. They were all meant to be legends. The Abyssal Hunters should be regrouping not far from here. They will be joining this battle too. Don't forget what you experienced in Salviento. Their blood is highly unusual, and Calcet hardly told us everything. Understood. So they can't be trusted. That's a quite racist conclusion that you just jumped to. What did you see beneath the Inquisition? Seaborn. You should still remember their twistedness, their vitality, their serenity. In Salviento, the hunters did battle such a monster and emerged victorious. I know that. You've seen the truth, so now you must reassess your past and Iberia. Tear apart the old, swimming through your head. Make your own judgments. Damn, that's somewhat progressive of Dario to recommend. Yes, sir. Rough sounds of slithering over reef. They're ready for us, withdrawn to defend their nest, waiting for the chance to strike, here to drive out the invaders. Jordi, report. Right, it's a miracle, really. These control panels outside are still responding, but I'm not sure what theory these things are based on. I'm looking, though. I have all these research notes from home with me in my bag. Be quick about it. I know. It's this one. No, that's not it. When did this one get wet? High Inquisitor, they're here. The billows rage forth. Their arrogance surges dozens of meters high. Dozens of meter high. Sorry. I have to have grammatical errors in my Arknights game. Shattering one day after another, succumbing to the reef and the 3 moons. This music's pretty hype. Bluey, thank you for the hydrate. Bro, what's spawning in here? One moon is bright, one moon is dark. There are moons spoken of throughout time hung in the sky. The remaining moon comes from the intervals betwixt the waves at the peaks of every crest. The moonlight comes from the title he once believed in. What? It's this guy! Wait, what? I thought you were on my side! I thought the night guy was on my side! Oh, it's the older brother, the bad guy. It's the bad guy, the bad one. Oh my god. Insane. Song got me hooked. There's some of the songs just have such a chokehold on you, huh? It's so good. This guy had like 6 block or whatever. I thought it was. Oh, shit. That's pretty tough. I cannot lie. Think there's 2 of this guy? You know, saying it out loud, if there isn't 2, I feel like that makes a little bit more sense. I thought we were taking him for like some sort of revenge story. With the one that we had that was blocking. Or like, oh, we take him to the final boss so we can get his revenge on the fake last night moment. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense now that I say it out loud. Because I didn't do that ending on stream. I did that one on my own. I remember doing it like in the bathroom. Whoops. All right, what do we got? SN4. How many stages are there? Are there 8 or 10? Did on stream and lost by like 1 pixel. Oh, the first time, the toilet night, just like shovel night. Excuse me. Lighthouse entrance. This is the team that we're bringing. All right, we got the little handy stuff. And I think after this stage we'll get Lumen, so maybe I start bringing him. All right, let's go. Let's get it. Can't believe this is a 10 stager. Lighthouse entrance. No story? Ah, shit. We got the yuckies. We got 2 little handies. Do you think we can fully clean it off? I bet we can't. So I'm gonna operate under the assumption that we can't. You're cooked? Don't say that. I believe. Ah, shit. I might be cooked here. All right, we're gonna drop fast redeploy in quotes. Scotty right here.
Safe, then. Who knows what lurks within the kelp forest?
He'll kill those ones. We got the little Roombas. All right, part of me wants to clean off this side. Get him, Roombas. Hey, it didn't work. What? Wait, is that a different Roomba? Does it do that? Wait, it's not the same as the one from Path of Life? That's bullshit. What do you mean?
By your command.
Fuck.
They will cough up some useful information.
That's unfortunate. I just wasted a
I
Roomba.
will handle your useless tricks will only make your death more miserable.
Your useless tricks will only make your death more miserable. Man, I like old pianists. Also, I just realized he's still on his English voice because we were listening to it. All right, I'm gonna need you to stop dodging that shit, bro.
Let me stir.
Or their fucking dodge is crazy.
Is not worth witnessing.
Kill him. All right, pure stream right here. Ah, shit. Do these guys attack range?
Don't worry, my poison is not contagious.
My
They don't. Okay, they only attack on the ground.
Burn your life away.
All right. Music's so good though. Let's put Scotty right there. Spectre right there. Sorry. What's up, Teresa? Welcome in. How you doing? How you been? What's new? Roombas. Yeah, they aren't Roombaing how I was expecting them to.
Joy in the fall.
Get old pianist idiot. What is that? You oh, miss. Yeah. Insane.
I will handle it. They will come.
This song will never stop.
The English voice jump scare, but also I gotta say the English voice is growing on me, but I think it is a little biased because I am very much wanting to work on my impressions of him because I like him. They will cough, COVID old pianist, but bro, no, he's wearing a mask. He's did a good job. Good job, Mr. Penis. Is this a guaranteed hit? Is that the way to kill these fuckers? I think his skill is a guaranteed hit. Since it stuns them. Oh, my man. My fucking dog. Meanwhile, Spectre just chainsawed the shit out of that guy. All right, get your... You only got the one.
You are the one who woke me.
So... Irene's gonna kill him, right? Irene got him. Double Spectre Madness was fun, though. Yippee! First try. If it's stunned after damage, it would not work. Interesting. Man, what a fun... Whoa! On the land ship. What? Huh? Why are you here? My gosh. Oh, her design's so good. Reed Casimir, shut the fuck up. You know that's what we're doing next. Ines noticeably gets wonky because it's on hit bind. Ooh. Man, high dodge enemies. Crazy. Horse jump scare. Oh my god, guys. Uma Musume. The Spanish VAs are great. Nice. That's good. I don't have all the all of them downloaded. PRTS. Boo. Sorry, scrolling up. Why are you wasting the Roombas? Because I thought they were the Path of Life ones. That's why, Teresa. Only good news. How's the event going? The event's going well, though. I'm really enjoying the story. Had a hard time dealing with this E1 4-star back then. I'm sure this was a very difficult story to start with, or stages to start with. My first ones were either Dorothy or Hortus. And Hortus had the civilians that you had to worry about, which was a pain in the ass. In order to install a toilet, you need to dig a hole. To dig a hole, you need a shovel. Holy shit, Shovel Knight lore. Maria Neural is real, Sabus. Can you believe it? I don't think I can do a Polish accent. So, Maria will carry... Boo! Boo! Crazy. Get this guy out of here. Who invited this guy? Insane. She's got a surprising amount of like colors on her. There's like some subtle like pink on her gloves. There's some gold trim in her armor and sword. Then there's like these blue vials. Maria mentioned. Look, it's Maria Neural. Where's the Maria Neural soundtrack? Give me a second. Chotomate. I just realized that the chat looks like it's like really high up for some reason. I think I didn't drop it back down after we moved it up for what I think was the Minecraft video that we watched. I'm gonna drop it down like there. My bad. The past few streams have been like that. Past few weeks. Oopsie. Maria Neuro Lobby theme. I says. You can try to polish your accent. Boo! Boo! Get a good joke, you got. Is it morning already? It has like this nice visual novel music playing, and then I throw that EDM in there. I can't wait to do this event. Is this the first one for Cashmere's, by the way? Sick music for a COD montage. It is. Let's go. Song just plays whenever she's on the screen. It's so good. I remember vividly early on clicking through some of the events in the event tab and clicking on that one and hearing the music. I was like, oh my god, pop it off on the dance floor right now. Let's go bust a move, stanky leg. And really wanting to read that event, and here we are 2 years later, still having not read the event, but I do listen to that song every once in a while. Shooting edit noises. No, we need more videos that are like the fucking video where it's like you know, the one where it's like, do you really need anyone else? And then it's like, don't break me down, bury me. It's like the little like quick scoping montage. It's like, the aliens aren't contacting us, the animals are leaving, the planet is dying. Peak. Like how that rap track always shows up at Emperor. Yeah. The Harley Quinn wheels one with, oh yes, you sent that one when we talked, whenever we talked about it last time. So let's see, let's go through the Cashmere's characters that we've met so far. I think it's just Neural actually, and I made her Southern early on. What kind of vibes does Maria give off? She gave like nice girl vibes. Minar, I don't think I've read a story with Minar, have I? Men jump scare at the end of Villain Shore. Think I remember anything about that story? Suddenly blemish on. That's what I'm saying. What's up, Asa? How's it going? Welcome in. I'm scrambling to think of a voice. Part of me wants to make her a mob boss. Is Rinri Rockbell? Really? Maria's, Winry is kind of like I feel like Maria's a little bit more girly girl, is she not? Is she not the one that makes the armor? Or is she the one that makes the armor? Is that what it is? She's not. Look at her. I remember hearing about one of them making the armor, and I thought it was she got one of the other ones. Girly girl in full plate. I don't remember what Winry sounds like though. That's the problem. Take apart your car for me. Good. I've had this orange light on for a long time and I don't know what it is. Fun to see how they reveal stuff in the story. So this came out after the Maria Neural event, right? That's too bad because it almost makes it'd almost be better to have her be Southern. Way after. Is the onion light telling you to check your onions? It's these fucking hands giving you the left hook. Shut up. Whatever. I'll just give. She'll be the main one for the adventure. She'll have like a normal voice, and all of her compatriots can get silly voices. Either that, or I just give her a mob boss voice. Yo, I'm walking here. Yeah, normal in quotes. Yeah, I mean it's like the safe bet, not as like high pitched as Amiya's, but more aligned with all the others. All right. Is it morning already? The operator's equipment was a lot more seriously damaged than we anticipated. Still, the fact that they managed to save so many people from that catastrophe is a testament to how amazing they are. Look at her little wing. She's so cute. Give Midar the mob boss voice. Please remind me. Give him the Margit the Fell Omen voice. Dog, I don't think I could pull that off, but if you can convince me to try and do a voice study between now and then. Foul tarnished at the end of every line. Send me voice clips of him and I'll practice. The problem is that voice actor's just too talented. I can't even hold a candle to him. I'm a fraud, bro. I'm a fraud. But Mob Boss is pretty tempting. Theater actor, if I remember correctly. That's so cool. I only did a couple plays. I gotta do more practice. See, that's the thing. I gotta do more practice. I gotta do shitty, stupid meme videos for characters with voices. That's what I gotta do. That's another reason why I definitely want to get like some impressions of some characters down, because then I can do stupid stuff with it. So I gotta practice my old penis. Speaking of, where the fuck is old penis? He hasn't showed up at all today. Anyway, Maria Nero's cute. I've got to chin up as well. Granny! Shit, what voice did I give Granny? Oh, I gave her the same voice as like Lessing, right? The all uppercase letters type shit. Hi, Maria. I'm here to pick up an order from the engineering department. Oh, Granny, just a moment. Let's see. Where did I put that? Sorry, I haven't tidied up this place for a few days, so it's a bit of a dump. Ah ha ha. It sure looks more like proper Kazimierzian workshop than the last time I stopped by. Huh? What's this? A novel. The Last Night. What's that doing here? Did it get stuck underneath the blueprint? The Last Night? Oh, you read The Last Night? Did it get stuck here underneath the blueprints when I was flipping through my boxes and drawers yesterday? I was wondering where it had gone. Hold on to this post for so long. I went to grab it when she showed up. Of course, the tangent happens here. Well, perfect. It worked out. I like that one spot in Stultifera Navis that cuts the blemish shine on Rose Island's landship for spurious reasons, just to show us that she's a filthy little piggy with a messy room. That's so... The other way is to show that then to have someone pop in Blemishine's room in an otherwise completely unrelated event and say, this place is filthy, girl. Damn, girl, you live like this. That's my reaction to that information. But it's the type of stuff where she knows where everything is. Actually, no, she doesn't, because she was surprised. Conscious choice to roast her specifically. I sent the line early. Oh, what? Does Granny say... does Granny make fun of her? Is it the next line? The last night. It used to be my favorite book. My sister gave it to me as a gift when I was little. A night novel from Kazimierz, huh? Mind lending it to me? Sure thing. So that's where the book on arts unit theory ended up. Sorry, Granny, this might take a while. I can bring it over to you later if you like. Don't worry, it's not urgent. Just means I get to stay on Rhodes Island a bit longer this time. I'll just be over here reading to pass the time. I'm really, really sorry about this. How long is it gonna take her? Is Granny gonna finish the whole book? The Last Night. That part, Tyler? Oh, no. It was good. It was good. We saw it. We're good. The Last Night. Just like in IS3. Oh my god. That's crazy. When did IS3 release in relation to this event? Before or after? After? That must have been kind of cool then. 6 months after. That's a cool little nod back. The title is as pompous as it is cliche. There have probably been hundreds of books written about the last night, the swiftest night, or the strongest night. True. But seeing how the Radiant Knight gifted it to her own sister, surely there must be more to it than that. With that thought, Granny opens it up, only to find a bookmark wedged inside. Written in wobbly Casimersian letters is a line that may well have been copied from the book. If you deem the waves too raucous, then command the ocean to be still. Huh? Legend has it that the last knight returned to Iberia. The enemies reflected in his eyes were not living creatures, but rather, he charged the mountains, the cities, and the waves. Legend has it that the last knight settled by the coast, sustaining himself on the wind and taking shelter in the midst, until at last he forgot how to remove his helmet. Legend has it that the last knight finally disappeared after clashing against the great waves. His family discovered what he'd left behind along the shore and brought it back to the land of knights, burying it deep in the mountains. And the shot of the eye looks really cool, I gotta say. Every single time they cut to it. So I have eyes 3 in the progression like it is. Yeah, I can guarantee I ain't getting all the endings myself, though. Based on that last time we tried fighting Mizuki. Or Izu Milk, or whatever the fuck his name is. Legend has it that his or her story was brought to light by a poet. Embellished, sung, given both meaning and symbolism. And in this form, they did finally return to the land of knights as a highly controversial figure. However, there are some who believe that the Mad Knight triumphed over the ocean, over time, over death itself, that his quest continues until the end of all things. Yo, I do remember that one CG of him fighting the waves, and I was like, this just looks like a kid playing in the ocean, because it's like riding a horse, like his freaking like spear piercing the waves. Like, what are you doing, dog? That was like me in my pool as a kid. Ending 4 is on the whack side. Yeah, that wasn't fair. Straight up Artorias. He's just having a goofy, silly time out there. Who knows what, if, I don't know. To him, see, what's important is to him, he was killing the waves. Okay, we have to support him as best we can. We have to support his fantasies, even if they don't really make that much sense. We're like, yeah, buddy, you did it. You took down those waves real good. Like, nice job. You got a few barnacles on you though, but oh, look out! Here comes another wave. You better go get it. You better go get it. He needs enrichment. Yeah, just let him keep playing. That's what he's been doing all this time. He thinks he's doing something. Oh, his weapon has barnacles on it too. Music's so good. What are you? I like how she doesn't say, who are you? She says, what are you? Knight does not answer. His deathly gaze is fixed on Gladia. However, she quickly realizes that he is not actually looking at her. He stares only at the key in her hands. The knight opens his mouth as if to speak, but only a shriveled rasp comes forth, like the sound of muscle tearing. Ugh. He begins to take a step forward. Yeah, we're back over here. S3 has a fork in the road between Stultifera and Path of Life. This emote keeps getting in the way. Meanders around to elaborate a bunch of different things before bringing us back to the progress Path of Life. Is Path of Life ultimately more important though, since that's like the main story? Where did you get that key? Granny. Oh, I did not intend to pry into Rhodes Island's internal affairs, but that is Brogan's legacy, passed through the hands of the 4 Faranmuts to once again return to that abyssal hunter. The 4 Faranmuts? I don't know if they talked about the 4 Faranmuts before. They did mention Faranmuts before, but I don't think they ever said 4. Granny in her bag of tricks. Deciding on how to answer that. Uh-oh. By pure coincidence, one of the hunters found it in Casimer's. Casimer's. What a distant land. I still remember journeying with my mentor to receive an envoy from the land of knights and secretly overhearing a few Silverlance campaign knights describing their ideals. I hear the country has changed considerably since then. For better or worse, every political entity has undergone similar changes in our current era. But that has nothing to do with Iberia. We are like ensnared beasts. Should we struggle, we suffer and bleed. Should we give up our lives or forfeit? Before we unmask those still human traitors, I have a new question for you, Council. No doubt you've already realized this, but that child couldn't possibly be Brogan's descendant. The Inquisition would not have missed such a vital clue. Hey, yo, they're giving him false hope? What? So why would you still condemn him to a meaningless death? Got lied to? Calls out to its kin with a slithering sound. High Inquisitor. Their numbers are increasing, but none of them showed up until we reached the lighthouse. Sir, I found a way to open the main door, but the Eye of Iberia's core facilities are at the top of the tower, and it's very, very tall. Well, the lift mechanism isn't working either, so we can only get up there by foot. How unsurprising. High Inquisitor, we need more time. Kill every last one of them, Irene. Take the air with you. There is no time to spare, Irene. Aye, right away. Oh, wait, hold on. Ancho tomate. Intense slithering sounds. Dead. Oh, are they here? No, the lantern's flames are flickering. Something has stepped into my art's domain. Cowering, slithering sounds. Bane of many stairs. We got the stair climber in Arknights. That's crazy. Toto a minute. They're scared. Strange. These things have never shown signs of fear before. Fusion then? But what could be the cause? Is it the night? Confused, slithering sounds. Live seaborne reaction. The High Inquisitor raises his lantern high, and the Sea Terror in turn retreats into the shadows of the reef. When he looks around once more, he notices the reef is littered with corroded and broken weapons soaked with the fresh blood of monsters. Arms belonging to the Inquisition. And his mentor Carmen had said it is not as if the Inquisition had never considered reclaiming the sole remaining lighthouse. Being unaffected by the profound silence, it's been quite well preserved. Even so, the Inquisition has never made a serious attempt to retrieve its own eye following the profound silence. And the profound silence was like 100 years ago or something? Did they say it was like almost exactly a century ago? Or was it something different, like 67? I thought they said it was like 100 years ago. I think Carmen was talking about that near the start. This place used to be a spectacular overlook, a breathtaking, unobstructed view of the entire city. It had been manned by Iberians day in, day out. Cautious slithering sounds. But you've taken it as a feeding ground, building a nest for your spawn without permission. Hup. Emotions. Long lost emotions. From soldier to inquisitor, and finally to one who sees the truth. He has been tampered, lost and reforged anew countless times, and thus Dario became one of the few High Inquisitors in Iberia. Only a single word separates an Inquisitor from a High Inquisitor, but that single word is the difference between heaven and earth. He used to regard himself as resolute as steel. Before Iberia's enemies, his lantern would flicker, his saber would glimmer, and every line of the scriptures would be put into practice. Now he feels a type of strong emotion welling up within him, one not solely a product of the law and justice that is preached. After acknowledging its rationality, High Inquisitor Dario accepts the fact that he is truly experiencing grief and anger. His hand cannon takes aim at the Sea Terror, yet his eyes are directed towards the sea. When you die, mankind may thrive. These words are not a part of our laws or scriptures, but rather yours. Survival of the fittest. Big ass hat. It's kind of a cool interior. One word separates him because he's high. Hey, yo, bro's a stoner? What the heck? Him and Irene are freaking doing drugs? It's crazy. Right here. They made it all the way up the stairs already? It's just as the records say, the lighthouse relies on the power source located at its base, and the core column is divided into several areas. The console on this floor controls... Alright, not quite then. Controls what? Signal recording. We should be able to put that to use later, but for now, we need to prioritize powering the entire lighthouse. Let's continue. Hopefully all goes well until reinforcements arrive. What's wrong, Doña Irene? It's nothing. Probably just my imagination. Maestro, the High Inquisitor is keeping guard outside. We'll be fine. Probably just my imagination. Things you never like to hear in a somewhat uncomfortable, somewhat supernaturally setting. Probably just my imagination. Louis, thank you for the hydrate. All right, after we restart the lighthouse's power system, we should be able to use the lift as well. That way the others will be able to catch up to us soon enough. So let's hurry. What is it, Irene? Why you look so skeptical? They're fighting the knight. Is that what she saw? There's something odd about him, some kind of lingering scent. But what is it? Scent of another land. Nothing you'd be interested in. He is without a doubt a seaborn, but not the same as Quintus. How is it possible for so many land creatures to become seaborn, though? They shouldn't have frequent contact with the ocean. Ew, the wet sounds. With no way to communicate, we can do nothing but let his body lose all function. He's about to attack. The knight suddenly seems to vanish in place, but for the senses of an abyssal hunter, catching him is hardly a challenge at all. With his speed, he opts not to attack them, but instead leaps high into the air and bounds towards the lighthouse with a ferocious roar. That's not good. That's not good. Irene, look out. Bah! What was that? Don't panic. Keep climbing. Complete our mission. Rekindle this lighthouse. Right. These vibrations. Are the walls coming under attack? How is that possible? Already dozens of meters above ground. Did the sea terrors have some sort of cannon? Or maybe some massive creature? But other than the tremor just now, I haven't noticed anything else. Maestro. Have him go shoot him. He's got a hand cannon. Start shooting. Knights weren't trained to deal with bullets. Last I checked. Path of Life is something concrete that takes place. IS3 is a what if that diverges at a certain point, but still could be something that happens. I describe it better with IS4. IS4 is lore that is somewhat / partially hypothetical, but the events it describes can be read to bridge the gap between Arknights and Anfield. That's bullshit. Because, like, IS1 was Chob's hallucination. Why can't they add that back? Dreamlike hallucinatory state of the castle. IS3 is divergence. IS4 is far future. IS5 storytelling to the revenants. Real things mixed with hypotheticals. I guess it makes sense with all the, you know, like possible endings type stuff. Has most of the maps just revamped, but still. Oh well. One day I'll be good enough at IS to get all the lore out of it. Probably not though. I still don't even have the Tin Man. The knight lifts his head and looks up. The lighthouse did not budge an inch. He shakes his twisted weapon disapprovingly. This long spear, once the creation of a master craftsman, is now inundated with the scent of the depths. He does not see the one standing in his way. The knight bends his knees again, intending to try once more. Shoot him! Oh, he's using your rapier? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is Dario gonna die? Is Dario gonna get punctured by last night? What are you doing? Do you contemptuously provoke Iberia, trespass upon restricted areas, and damage a precious heritage site? Just look at yourself. Do you have even a single shred of human-born dignity left in you? Shut his ass up. Oh, he's talking. Did he? Seems your vocal cords still work at least. Unintelligible sounds. The sea doesn't need to crush the waves, trample the sun, and the pain. Sure, you'll enter your IS grinder arc any day now, just like starting Sui. No. Damn, bro's yapping now. What the heck? You spit your spitting his shit. Things should not remain the same. The great tree takes root in this land. Your stance, your gray armor, and that spear. You're from Casimir's? I am. Knight! He's like a Pokemon. Whoa! Slithering seal, ocean's waves. Lifting the lantern won't do anything. There's no sign of any other ships coming. The fluorescent nether sea brand ignored him. He may well be the source of the sea terror's panic. Then, is he actually a seaborn disguised as a human? You seek to destroy the Eye of Iberia. The Inquisition will not allow it. The soil. Now. Like, good evening, Mr. Knight. You chainsawed, idiot. Where are the other two? Like, the others, they're currently having a little chat with Mr. Knight's friends. So a fight broke out not far away. Seems like it's a clash of civilizations then. Like, it has nothing to do with me though, so I came over here. You're different from how you were back in Salviento. And also from how you were when we met in Grand Faro. You're always changing. Like, the seawater is sobering. Even the slightest breath of air brought in by the ocean breeze. Like, although I do want to return to the sea's embrace, but Scotty stopped me. Like, my little Scotty, she's so scared, but of what? You get this reference? Sorry, when did you say that? What is that in... What reference are you referring to? With what's going on right now, I need Gladia's explanation all the more. Like, Mr. Knight, good sir, return to your sweet slumber deep in the abyss. Like, we are not enemies. The knight ignores Laurentina, who murmurs as if singing. As for the enemy who just dealt him a heavy blow, the knight only tilts his head slightly before quickly snapping his attention back to the towering lighthouse. Alas, how tragic. Like, language can no longer reach your ears just as those clouds cover your eyes. Even in your madness, like, does your will still drive you forward like clockwork, compelling your body to advance? The last night attacking the lighthouse. I don't think so. I'm just trying to think back to IS now. Did you read Don Quixote? No. Knight attacking lighthouse instead of windmill. There's no windmills on this. I did not read Don Quixote. Aren't there windmills in Casimir's though? Sorry, I do not get the reference. My bad. My bad. Jordi. Should I have read it? Was that wasn't on my list of things to read. Tilted windmills pretending they're giants. Damn. We're just beating up a lighthouse. Is that why none of them are standing? This is the last one? Surely not. Just read a cornerstone of Western literature. Listen, I read Romeo and Juliet. Surely that's enough. Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. For if thou shalt be sworn my love, then I'll no longer be a Capulet. Cinema. Fuck ass seahorse he rides on phase 2 is called Rocinante. Oh my god. That's so funny. I am familiar with the Rocinante though. The first modern novel. What constitutes a modern novel? Or the change in times, like post-Renaissance? Listen, ma'am. You know the kind of books I read. And who is Mercutio in this scenario? Absolutely the High Inquisitor. Bros. First parody in history mocking the multitude of knightly stories at the time. Good. Go against the cliches. Anyway, this music's really good. I really liked all the music that they've used so far this event. Imagine that Leo DiCaprio 90s Romeo and Juliet remade in the modern day for Gen Alpha. Stop. That would be so bad. It would be so good. We had to watch that in the class. They call them the caps. Like, no cap. That's what they say to Romeo. It'd be like, no cap, Romeo, no cap. No cap, no cap. Oh, it was so dumb. It was so good though. That had a really good cast, I'm pretty sure. Hold on. I was like, wow, they've really made a lot of Romeo and Juliets, but like, no shit. 96. Let's see. So it's Leonardo DiCaprio. It had the guy from. It had Scrooge from Violent Night in it. He was Tybalt. Harold Perrineau was Mercutio. He's in Lost. Scrooge McDuck. No, Scrooge from Violent Night. The movie we watched last night. Paul Rudd was in it. Oh, that's why I've recognized the name Balthazar this whole time. I've been playing Baldur's Gate, and the character Balthazar keeps popping up. I just had to deal with his ass. But I was like, man, this name sounds so familiar and not from the context of this game. Balthazar was a character in Romeo and Juliet. Crazy. TikTok of someone doing that, but it actually really done well. Keeps the iambic pentameter even. That's so funny. I've seen someone. I wonder if it'd be like a similar person, but someone was doing like modern, like if Seinfeld was made in the modern time, and it still has like the goofy little jingle and like the laugh tracks and stuff. It's pretty well done. We watched Kingdom of Heaven in class, and that shit was so peak. I don't know if I've heard of that. Imagine Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet. I think we need to remake Romeo and Juliet. Can I be Juliet for the twitch.tv/Benny_Bloom remake of Romeo and Juliet? Can I be Juliet? Please? Please. I need this. Please. Come on. Romeo and Benny. So the meme of the king putting up his hand caption silence right in the penis is thinking that's what that's from. Oh my god, I love that one's so funny. It's so good. Please. Now I gotta look it up. That one's so funny. Yeah, I you just look it up. There's the masked dudes. No, wait. Meme. Silence. All right, hold on. Is that a 7TV emote? Silence. I search. There it is. Surely this won't come back to bite us the next time we read something about Ryan Lab. Peak. Yes, it's so good. All right. Nice novel tangent. If you're Juliet, you have to graduate live on stream. That's what the people want. Silent stoner, FPS player, an alcoholic RPG player is. All right, before you jump back in, I keep seeing pictures on Twitter, and it's captioned as like, bro, no one's even heard of Expedition 33, and it's like a PlayStation or Xbox game library, and it's like Call of Duty, Madden, NBA 2K, Rocket League, FIFA, another game with a ball in it. It was so funny. My Oshi graduated. What else do I stream for right after returning from my hiatus? That's so good. Ball and gun gamers, bro. I think it's so crazy because I was a ball and gun gamer for like a while. Like most of the games that I played back on like the 360 days and early PS4 days were ball and gun. And honestly, even like up through college, but I would always dabble in RPGs. Like I played through Skyrim a shit ton, played through like Fallout, played a bunch of like Nintendo games and stuff as well all the time. So like I was never like only that. And those gacha games in disguise, they didn't used to be like that. But yeah, what are ball and gun gamers? So it's people that only play sports games and like FPS games. Primarily like Call of Duty, Battlefield. Primarily Call of Duty. Basically games that come out every year and you have to buy them every single year. And listen, like for whatever it's worth, like I liked sports as a kid and they were fun, but they are abysmal now. I remember checking one out a couple of years ago and it's just like, Jesus Christ, it's like grossly monetized. It's like literally, like you said, it's like a gacha game in disguise. Like you have to sign in and do dailies and stuff. It's nuts. But yeah, it's lowest common denominators. What a weird cross section. It's just like, think of like if toxic masculinity was handed a PlayStation, what would they play? You know? But like, listen, you know, games with guns every once in a while are fun. The occasional 2K game's pretty fun. I haven't fucked with Madden since like the GameCube though. FIFA I only played once with some friends. I like 2K because I followed the NBA a lot. If I was like at like a house party or something and someone had 2K, I'd hop on, I'd play, I'd suck, but it'd be fun. I wouldn't buy the game though. So, but yes, anyway, they're the ones with big opinions. They're Bluey. They're the ones who you'll always see poster like gaming is dead these days. Meanwhile, like anyone who doesn't play shit ass games like that is thriving. 2025 was a great year. I think that's part of the disappointment with like the Game Awards Expedition 33 sweep is because like there's so many other games that came out this year and like were deserving of praise, right? So like E33 should have been like excused from some of the categories to give opportunities. Cyberpunk, do you consider Cyberpunk an FPS game? I consider it like I consider it an RPG. I feel like it's more in line with Fallout or like Skyrim. Because I consider an FPS game like a multiplayer game, typically like your Call of Duty, Battlefields. Like those to me are like FPS. I guess you could even say there's like, I know FPS is first person shooter, but like, you know, Arc Raiders, Fortnite, I think is like a similar adjacent, you know. At one end of the spectrum, you have ball and gun gamers. The other end, you have The Last of Us showrunner, Expedition 33 super fans. I think there's literally no game that came out since 1970 except The Last of Us and Expedition 33. Yeah, listen, we just can't win, okay? Single player FPSs are underrated. I think FPS story games are kind of a niche in their own. There is, I'm trying to think of one. Like, what would you consider like Dying Light or something like that? Because like that has guns in it, or like Far Cry. I don't know if those games are any good. I played the one on the 360 with the guy on the beach. Respawn pissing on Titanfall's grave. Stop. That shit was ass. That was the worst. That was the worst thing that they could have possibly ended the Game Awards on, was another generic ass hero shooter. Literally, I think if you want to play hero shooter, go play Marvel Rivals. I think objectively it is the best one. At least, you know, as of right now. That shit didn't even look good. Titanfall was too good. I'm disappointed I never played. Maybe one day I'll try and do the campaign or something. I wish I had more time. You'd play through all this shit, man. I'd stream Titanfall campaign. That'd be cool. Should add it to my Steam wish list and buy it when it's cheap. Yeah, I've heard it's so good. That's why I think Apex is pretty well received as well, because it has like that. Like it's like if you took Titanfall combat, made it a battle royale, and added hero shooter elements. I do wonder if Apex tried out no hero shooter. They might have a mode like that, right? There's like no hero abilities. Mainly Titanfall's Warzone. Yeah, exactly. Titanfall 2 time travel level is the best it has ever been. All right, you guys are glazing this shit more than I expected. I'm gonna need to look it up. I need to add it to my Steam wish list. I'll do that later. Someone remind me, because then Steam will email and be like, "Hey, a game that you have in your wish list is on sale." I'll be like, "Oh, cool," and then I won't buy it. But if it's ever on super sale, I'll get it. All right, we've had this ominous music with the last night playing for a bit. Come then, Storm. Like, let us share this dance. I thought it was gonna be like at the end of the stage. I found it, the main control panel. How's it looking? I'm not too sure. This is more complicated than what's on the diagrams, and I have never actually operated these things before. That sound again. What's going on outside? Perhaps we're still underestimating the dangers we might encounter here. At this rate, holding out for the Penal Battalion's technicians might be... No, even if reinforcements arrive, the sacrifices required to repair the lighthouse under these conditions are akin to setting up camp under the crosshairs of a high-speed warship. Very metaphorical here. Jordi, you're a civilian and part of Iberia. For now, I won't ask where you came from or about what happened in Grand Pharaoh's past. We're in a race against time. Right now, this instant, try your best to get all the information out of the Eye of Iberia as you can. Maestro and I will protect the tower, and we... All right, I've managed to retrieve the logs. The panel's still responding, and the energy module underneath the tower is still functional. I'd like to think that he was just heads down working and just ignoring her yapology right here for 4 paragraphs. she was out here high-pitched yapping, and he was just like heads down locking in. You act fast. Commendable. What's next? How long would it take to reboot the entire lighthouse? I'll see what I can do. Even though I know the people out there are fighting against those sea monsters, I still have to say this. As long as the panel is still responding, it shouldn't be too hard to restart it. I've read about this in the notes that my parents left behind, but this would be my first time actually operating something like this, so it's still a bit of a gamble. Either way, it all takes time. We should probably... Guard this place, right? Don't look down. Keep moving forward. Man, I love Irene. She's so cool.
Of victory? Yes, but
we
not
do,
now.
Spectre. Nice
We're
observation.
Still a long way from true victory,
Nice
aren't
observation. 10 out of 10 Deku impression. It could be a little better. It shines with certain lines. And an engineer locks in exactly. Used to play a lot of CSGO back in the day. All those hours are wasted. Never again. I don't like games where you can die in one bullet. Like Tarkov pissed me off. I was not a fan of that. Look back a game like Prey and Fallout crushes any multiplayer shooter games out there. I mean, there's a time and a place. I like playing Call of Duty here and there. It is fun. Battlefield 6 was fun when we were playing that for a little bit. Released in the week between COD and Battlefield 1. I played Battlefield 1 for years. I still think TF2 is the best FPS of the year. What year was it, or what Call of Duty game came out that year? Spark knows. 1600 Spanish parody of the Night. Oh, Spanish too. That's funny. Romance meaning the genre of literature, not specifically love stories. He's some guy in the low city class of nobilities tries to go to adventure based on said romances to revive chivalry and shit. Under this delusion of grandeur, he fights windmills thinking they're giants. Oh, I didn't realize it was like delusional. Fights windmills thinking they're giants. Fights some monks and some sheep because he believes he's rescuing a princess. I think he gets a wash basin and believes it's a knight's helmet. Damn, that sounds peak. You hated R6. You know, I never played Rainbow Six. I'd have to give that one an honest try. CSGO and Valorant aren't my type of game. Infinite Warfare, that was the one that I never played. I played the COD 4 remake that they released instead. But yeah, compared to that and Battlefield 1, which was the Battlefield, wait, was Battlefield 1 the World War 1 or World War 2 one? Slept on Titanfall, I guess. Got delusional. There's a point where he's feverish. Man, sounds cool as shit. Lighthouse Caretaker's Lodge. The small cottage still holds on to signs of life. When the calamity struck without warning, the guards stationed here were never heard from again. But now, more than 60 years later, there is still a guard staring out the window at sea. His body has long since decayed and his eye sockets hollow. But duty is nevertheless duty. Let's see, guys. Are we going through the diary? Go through the diary. The diary records the years that the lighthouse's keepers spent here. One day, the silent wave swept through everything, and they found themselves trapped here in the middle of the ocean. At first, there was fear and panic. Then, there was an attempt to escape. Finally, they accepted their fate. Even when dignity, civilization, and all that humans are meant to rely on are cast aside, it is not all that difficult to survive. Whenever one falls in their duties, they become nutrients for another to continue the vigil. Oh. Is this saying what I think what I think it's saying? Is this like the trope, like, you know, locked or trapped and in order to survive turn to cannibalism type shit? Or are they only eating people once they do die? That was Children of Versus, right? I'm not mixing that up with something else, right? Part of me wants to reread that for those who come after. It's crazy. Like getting into an R6 now, it's like a For Honor, a game with a high skill curve that's been around for 5+ years. The average player is a monster. Yeah, there's so many like different operators and stuff too, so I probably wouldn't. I'll say nothing more until you get further. Okay. That's my theory, though. World War 1 with 7-nation army. Yeah, I think I played the trial for that, and I wasn't super impressed. But also, I don't particularly like the gameplay loop of Battlefield. Irish players that still plays. How many people are online at any given time? The text on the last page of the diary is smudged with water, now barely legible. All that we do, even sin and blasphemy, is not for the sake of our ultimate victory. It is for the hope that our defeat can be slightly delayed. Damn, that is a desperation type line. Let's go through the drawers now. Upon opening the drawers, the keeper's belongings can be seen neatly stowed inside. By the looks of it, someone had fastidiously tidied the place. There's a broken dagger in the drawer, no doubt having been in a brutal fight. There's also half a pack of tobacco, but no matches to go along with it, which must have disappointed the original owner. There are also a few arts units here that have fallen apart with signs of having been repaired as much as possible. Additionally, there is a photo effaced by the passage of time that is now completely unidentifiable. A small communication terminal is located here. The knob that adjusts its frequency band worn, shiny smooth. There are still a few pieces of weathered jerky of unclear origin. That's gross. Yeah, but my God, I don't think I could for one of them. But it still had the notification, so I just clicked on it. Yeah, they done be cannibals. 70 reps on Lawbringer. Is that a character? Forgot about the line about the frequency knob. What? How it was like Warren or something? Jarvis. Lighthouse control room. SN5. SN5 before. Lighthouse control room. What do we got? I do like that the maps are generally pretty small, considering the fact that they're a little chaotic. When are we getting more little handy stuff? Give me the one to slurp up the gook. Armor Knight with poleaxe, my main since day one, even when he was dog. I'll have to look at the characters. Are any of the ones that are in Arknights any good? That would probably be my only reason to want to play it. Want a handy? Just a little handy. God, I love her design. It's so good. I'm talking for Arner, not R6. Oh, I was like, damn, this is kind of a crazy character. A little more little handy. Little handy was my stage name. Anyway, can't wait any longer. If what Calcit said was true, then none of us can really afford to wait around. Even while we walk this land, we are still a part of the sea. Those corrupted descendants are in the process of changing the environment. In time, none of us will be spared. All we're doing now is sitting around waiting for the end to come. We're not the only ones sitting around, though, and everyone's reasons are different. Think about it more broadly. Who knows? Maybe these lands aren't suited for our survival? Rifts in agreement. Big Handy was my stage name. Gulp. Not harmonious enough. There's something I want to try. Time to mix it up, all for the tunes. Riffs in agreement. How long do you think it took for them to understand or differentiate her riffs and be able to figure out when she was riffing in agreement? So, what exactly do you have in mind? Well, we're not exactly accomplishing much over here. Just treat it as a little pre-concert workout. Don't swim too far out, Frost. A workout, huh? What about the rest of you? I think I'll pass. Too lazy. I can feel the inspiration on its way. It's so close. Just a little bit more. All right, riffs enthusiastically. Well, this one makes sense. She goes like starts playing through the fire and flames. I know that wasn't through the fire and flames, but imagine if she started riffing that crazy. My stage name was stage name. That's tough. That's tough. Radio frequency, like even the rest of the stuff is rusty or tossed aside. The frequency dial shines bright, used till the end, never stopping vigil, never stopping calling for the fleet or listening for a response. Damn. Subtle but telling. That is a nice little detail and tragic as well. I'll be off then. Later. The church. The cultists. Out of breath. Out of breath, cultists. No, what did that woman and the Inquisitor do? How could they so easily erase the gift of the sea? Air. It must have been the air. What the air left behind. Those strange machines. They must be destroyed. Hey! Makes a slithering sound as it clings to the cultist's calves. Ew. That's right, my brother. The penal battalion has this place surrounded. We failed to break through. We've nowhere to run. But our exalted prophet has returned to the sea. All that's left is to pave the way for her. Her? Are you talking Amaya? Impatient slithering sounds. They seek to hold back the tide, then let them dash against the rocks. My life, but one brick and a lengthy road. All right, there's too many slithering sounds. I need some air. Give me a second. Might take a hit. Some of that fine sheet. Tiago. Don't panic, it's just me. Why haven't you taken refuge yet? Mayor Tiago, I was drunk and out as cold as a gloom pincer, so I didn't hear anything. By the time I woke up, everything had gone to shit, and these disgusting things were all over the place. What happened here? Has the Inquisition sent anyone yet? What's going to happen to us? The Great Ocean is not guilty of any crime, but the Inquisition does not agree. They control the so-called law and have condemned us as sinners. Soon enough, the sea terrors will return to the ocean, but I cannot allow the Inquisitors to condemn Grand Faro to death just like that. What are you talking about? Have you gone mad? Mad? I'm not the one who's mad. I simply need to know. What can we do before the Inquisition destroys this town and rounds us all up to stand trial? An Inquisitor has already arrived. I saw that clearly when hiding in a little alley. I've never seen one that old before, and they gave me the chills. Chatting about Carmen? What are you going to do then, Tiago? Give them up and try to reason with them? We'll have to choose sides again, right? When the Air were taken away, most people looked on just like that. They had a chance to stand up for them, but nobody stepped forward. Damn. Damn, do we know about that? I think that's the first time we're hearing about that. A little unsurprising. Bystander effect always in full effect. Tiago, you. Now we have another chance. Either watch the Inquisition put everyone in Grand Faro on trial, or have you lost your marbles, Inquisitor? Hey, Inquisitor, he can handle us all without raising a hand. Take me to them. What are you talking about? Drop the act. How long do you think I've lived in this town? Terrified townsperson. All right, follow me if your goal really is to take revenge on the Inquisitors. Elysium! Just what are you up to, Mayor Tiago? I'm glad he's not dealing with the sea terrors necessarily anymore. Or at least in the form that everyone over here is. Almost there. This is already taking too long. But Dario and Irene were talking about Jordi voluntarily putting himself out there, unlike the rest of the Air. Yes. But I guess maybe I didn't realize the context of that. Or I guess, no, you're right. They did kind of mention, you know, that they, you know, were capturing them before, but made way too many stupid jokes about this thing. It's just not a good name. That's all it is. To be fair, I've known about Little Handy for a bit, between Path of Life and just Lucilla existing. It's the best name. I mean, it's both great and terrible at the same time. Sorry, Gomen. It's not your fault. It's mine for not having enough patience. Doña Inquisitor, if you're worried about the others, you can go help them. I think I can handle things up here. The High Inquisitor gave me an order to protect you. As you've seen, those monsters are everywhere. I can't just leave you alone. But I don't want to be what's holding you back from joining the battle. As long as you can light up this tower, then the High Inquisitor will have made the correct decision. I simply defer to his judgment. I understand. Did your knowledge of the Eye of Iberia come from your parents? Yes, or more precisely, it's the sum of all of Grand Faro's past. They gathered all the best lighthouse engineers in all of Iberia, or at least that's what my uncle told me. The territory used to be demarcated by the Inquisition until it was abandoned after a string of incidents involving the Air and the Church of the Deep. His face. It's so stupid. Whoever the localizer was deserves a medal. I love when translators or localizers get a little bit of free reign, we'll say. They get a little liberty. Even customize his little handy NEA. No, I only have the one. I only have the one upgrade to my little handy. I only got a little handy. I've only had one little handy. Can you believe it? I'm not trying to reopen old wounds, but I've been thinking. Before I left, I read the dossier about the sentence handed down at the time. No, never mind. Do you hate the Inquisition? To be honest, if there's anything that always hangs over the heads of the people back home, other than the ubiquitous dark clouds, it would be the word Inquisition. The town once glimmered, giving us the confidence to rebuild our homes. The workers and engineers gave everything they have to fight the disaster, but the Inquisition took everything before it even struck. And do you still believe that today? It's the place I grew up in. Everything I've ever seen or heard has only reinforced that lesson. And, I'm sorry, ma'am. Gomen. You are simply stating your lived experiences, citizen. It is your actions that will prove your loyalty to Iberia. Still, I'm astonished you had the guts to say all that in front of an Inquisitor. I never would have dared, not until I came here, but then I saw the eye. For the longest time, it's only appeared in my dreams. Nothing more than a sculpture sitting in the plaza. Everyone in Grand Pharaoh who came before me has passed this all down. Our duty, what we must do. It's all surging through me right now. Ma'am, do you see something glimmering at the base of the lighthouse? Something blue and sparkling like the stars? That's the Nethersea brand. Is that shit about to grow up through here? Sure hope not. Like, do you really think you can fight me, Mr. Knight? Bro was too stunned to speak. Like, you only care about the lighthouse. Why? Why do you cling to it so? Well, it's just waves swallowing the sky. Even the stalk of wheat consumed by silence. All things great and small, returning to nothing. Agitated slithering sounds. He can speak but not command his kin. The sea terrors are in disarray. Let us put an end to this. Shoot him. Rasping roar. I don't know what I expected there. Get him, Spectre. Like, what a surprise, Mr. Knight. You're not moving like you were before. Those are human movements, a charging wind-up unique to Karanta Knights. What exactly are you? The knight continues to ignore his two opponents. His attention is solely on the third. Even with his attack, the towering lighthouse does not even shake. If even the profound silence failed to destroy the eye, what chance does a lone knight have? I don't know. Maybe he's just, you know, straw that breaks the camel's back type shit. It bewilders him. Like bewildering slithering sounds? It pushes him to try even harder. Shitshow that went down when this event realized that localization came out was insane. Truly, the Arknights community's first little handy sent us into fence. I can imagine. I love how we get peak like that and then still grammatical errors or what's is this all the time, multiple times. It's a balancing act. It's a give and take. Rasping murmur. I will not rasping murmur. I'm sorry. Clouds, rolling hills, pillars of ash, erased across a hotbed of decay. Tides, unending. Get all the seaborn. Violent slithering. You're injured, and the sea terrors are drawn to you. Like, so it appears. Got a little scratched up on accident. Spectre, no! We've been through this! Oh my god, what's is it? Step aside, you're no longer fit to fight. Dario's eyes quickly dart across the abyssal hunter in front of him. Her movements had paused unnaturally a few times during the previous clash. He's heard reports about her. She was involved in the Salviento experiments, but the woman who stands before him is completely different from the one who emerged from that fierce battle. Who was she? And who is she now? They've hardly touched you, yet you seem barely able to stand. Maybe an illness you contracted in Salviento? Like, the scent of the sea is rather intoxicating, that's all. Night, comrade, why must you gag on the air and endure that heat? You'll never taste the fruits of civilization. Talking to Spectre? Ground is shaking. Energy long lost floods through the pipelines and into the broken body of the Eye of Iberia, prying open its eyelids. Like it has awakened, the entire island whispers the groans of its first light. Slowly it shakes off its winter, as if waking from centuries of hibernation. The cycle of all of existence does not belong to the sea. The knight lifts his head, gazing up from the shadow beneath the great lighthouse. He is perplexed. That is not the monstrous waves. Where are they? Get his ass. Without drawing a single breath, as naturally as a shadow slants in the direction of the light, Spectre brings down her weapon. But the humanoid seaborn in front of her avoids it with logic-defying explosive force. Logic-defying? In midair, the knight looks far out into the distance. He is listening for the coming of new waves, and he will break them. Uh-oh. Isharmla. Rocinante. Oh, shit. Holy shit! Omomusame! Dun, 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 brr, 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 brr. Oh my god, I can't believe they added Umamusume Arknights. Rocinante would be a pretty sweet name. Yo, I finally got a good sparked Tokai Teo in Umamusume today. I got 8 total stars. I got 3-star ult, 3-star power, and 2-star long or some shit. So, one of my best ones so far. You believe it? Rocinante playable in Uma Wen. Rocinante playable in Arknights Wen, more importantly. Amazing. Gonna start training other horse girls. I also train Gold City quite often. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, I train Gold City a lot too. I love Gold City. She's so pretty. For Manhattan Cafe. Yes, I did get Manhattan Cafe. I'm a sucker. I like getting new characters, but I know it's not worth it. But yeah, I did got Manhattan Cafe. I got Agnes Digital. I do like Agnes Digital too. She's so Benny coded. She's just a lover of Yuri, my Hime Joshi horse girl. I love this track too whenever it comes on. Hop on, bro. Unintelligible sounds. Chase. Damn. Turns out Mr. Knight is like afraid of the light. Don't pursue him. He's not the only seaborn like that out there. Our only duty is to defend this lighthouse. Like, he's only lost interest in the lighthouse. I don't care about the motivations of monsters. Like, are you saying I'm also a monster? You are undergoing a transformation. I don't know whether this is something that happens with every abyssal hunter, but if necessary, this reef will be the last bit of land you'll ever step on. Like, you would still call this land when we're clearly surrounded by the ocean? Disasters change coastlines, not national boundaries. Damn. Bro's talking about erosion. Every last centimeter of land swallowed by the profound silence is still subject to the laws of Iberia. Laws, a virtuous word, yet not all creatures recognize this virtue. Every Himedanshi seeks out his Himejoshi. It's true. It's true. She and I would just proudly enjoy the Yuri ships from the sideline. I'm pretty I'm pretty sure I saw something like from the game where she doesn't like self-insert at all. She just loves she just loves the game. Like she writes fanfics or something of other Umas but doesn't self-insert. Ready your blade. Just a little bit more. Uh-oh. Slithering sounds. Hurry up then. If this drags out any longer, the lighthouse will be swallowed up by the Nethersea brand. Ran into a little bit of a hitch. One of the auxiliary structures might have been damaged, but that would take too much time to investigate. Uh-oh. Just booting up the core facility will suffice. We still have to retrieve the flagship's coordinates, ideally reestablishing a connection with the line running along the coast. I know, but those things might be even higher up. Then keep going. Hurry. No. No! You're disobeying, Irene? I have to stay here. Turning on the lighthouse is as simple as pulling the most conspicuous lever, but I need to stay here and oversee the power system rebooting. You should go, ma'am. What? But if you're attacked by a sea terror that slipped through the net, we'll all... I know, but I don't want to come up one step short. Not now. Those monsters, they only lashed out against humans because we invaded their nest, right? If that's the case, they won't keep destroying the facilities. If anything, getting into a fight will only make things more dangerous, so you should keep climbing instead. A conspicuous lever, right? Yeah, it should be obvious. Flip that. And at least the main facilities, including lighting equipment, will start up again, assuming what the log said is correct. She's gonna accidentally flip the "do not flip this lever, the lighthouse will explode" lever. Insane. Just a little bit more. Well, hurry up then. Jordi, Irene, y'all can't be saying that. A little cliche. Lumen getting a spine? Good. He's got to lock in a little bit. Admitted he's a Himidanshi. Listen, I know what I am at this point. All right. I'll be right back, Jordi. Go get him, Irene. I bet Irene canonically Naruto runs. She gives off Naruto running vibes. The console. Well, this is it. Nothing on the outside is visible from within the tower. The Stultifera really not have sunk? How are they supposed to find that great dreadnought? Is it too late for the penal battalion to come to their aid? Are the cultists of Grand Pharaoh hiding even more secrets? Who's to say? Just by pulling down on lever in her hand, all of these questions would be answered. Irene should have been conflicted. She had accepted too much, learned much of the sea, and seen it all with her own eyes. That was an interesting line. Irene should have been conflicted. Lighthouse turns out to be an ancient rocket ship, and Lumen goes flying off into space after accidentally pressing the launch lever. Oh my god, this is why it segues right into Lone Trail. Shit. Now's the time. I hope you're ready, Irene. Gas yourself up. Dazzling light penetrates the ocean, piercing through everything. The light will lead the way. The light can dispel the darkness. It worked. Hey, Jordi, did you see that? We did it. Look at her smile. No! Look at her cute smile. Oh, he's cute. I think Jordi's getting jumped by sea terrors right now. Look at her precious smile. She's cute. Fellas, do we think Jordi's still with us? Think he made it? Uh-oh. Slithering sounds, rubbing against the wall. Whenever Irene smiles, a Pinar explodes. No, that's why she's so solemn all the time. Merda. Take him down, Irene. Now we're back with the olds. Can you believe this? I didn't think you still had it in you to appreciate this sculpture. The Eye of Iberia, the offspring of the marriage between air and Iberian technology. On land, each nomadic city can only seamlessly communicate within its own walls. Between cities, however, is like crossing a moat. Kusagaki. No system of communication can resolve the interference caused by originium-rich zones. The only solution is to set up base stations that are at constant risk of being destroyed by catastrophes. They're talking about why there's no global Wi-Fi. I hear some countries have already adopted the technology of mobile base stations that navigate on a fixed route between cities. Their engineers are no different from those who guard our lighthouses. Even today, humans still stumble about across this great land, blindly grasping for clues. We must still grope our way across Terra in near total darkness. Blindly grasping for clues, dog. I don't be grasping for clues. Y'all be sending me 37 clue 7s every single day. I don't need to grasp for anything. I haven't even checked in a few days. It's probably slammed. Remind me to check after the stream. Groping fan art. What the hell? But what of the ocean? There is no originium in the ocean. The air's communication technology vastly surpasses everything we have on land. The Eye of Iberia is not just a set of lighthouses. Man, I want to know more about this technology they keep talking about. Because the fact that they use weapons that are deliberately more like nerfed, basically, it's just a fraction of their power type shit. Very interesting. It is, of course, Iberia's vision. Very few people know that it was left to us by Brogan as a microphone to connect all of Iberia. It's been a while, sir. Your work was invaluable in allowing the Inquisition to respond so quickly to Dame Calce's proposal. How about you? Have you enjoyed your time in Grand Pharaoh? Compared to the other cities where our colleagues lay dormant, this place can hardly be considered dangerous. So, what have you found here? My sincere apologies, sir. I doubt I know much more than you and the Dame. The order given to me by the High Inquisitor was to monitor Grand Pharaoh for more potential enemies, those who would violate our laws and desecrate our country. My conclusion being no, not for the time being. When the church's cultist appeared, you didn't notify your team in time. Correct. I determined those cultists to be impotent and took advantage of the penal battalion's withdrawal as a prime opportunity to go after their true mastermind. And did you find them? Are there more false bishops presiding over the sea's invasion of the land? Without concrete evidence, I can only speculate as to who their leader is. But Mayor Tiago, a worker from the Iberian hinterlands, is nominally the mayor of this town. Since the Eye of Iberia project was scrapped, the Inquisition made quick work of the traitors in Grand Pharaoh. It's been no secret that he has been an appointed critic of the Inquisition. Tiago, one of Grand Pharaoh's laborers, sheltering the cultists. It would seem we have our next target, Dame Calcet. There's one other thing. Lord Carmen, the penal battalion seems to have come under attack. Yeah, who would be attacking the penal battalion? Is it old pianist? Is he just soloing the entire battalion? What? They've invested a tertio just to quash the evil wrathing in Grand Pharaoh to the point that it's a rare luxury to see even a single badge. What could they be up against? The Nether Sea brand has seeped through the ground to the surface, drawing a circle roughly 50 kilometers around Grand Pharaoh. Oh, that makes sense, I guess. And it's a perfect circle, almost as if it was drawn with a compass. It's not the town that's been surrounded, though. It's us. Ooh. That was before the... Oh, shit, these guys. Spawns another sea brand at its location when defeated. Fuck! Ugh, I hate these guys, too. People noted how Scotty seems to recognize Quintus charging a laser beam immediately like it's something she'd encountered on the regular. Dog. That's some endgame type shit that we're gonna need. Alright, so my little handies only stun motherfuckers. Where am I gonna drop operators, bro? Get Scotty right here, I guess.
This sword has a terrifying past. Care to find out?
All right, where? I'm gonna put you right here.
My toxicant is ready.
Hopefully you don't get spat on.
Are you hallucinating?
Just getting spat on. All right, let's see. What do I want to do?
Are you hallucinating?
Put old penis right there.
Useful information.
No, I was just about to retreat you.
Considering the level of this battle, allow me to save my strength.
Damn.
I will
All right.
have your wounds be rather
Old penis,
striking.
kill that guy.
I will handle it. They will cough
Let's
up some
put
useful information.
Pure stream right there. And when I can get Irene out there, I'll put her behind him. Ah, crap. The spitter. All right, get Irene right there. So, like, if we kill them all in the same tiles, then FSC brand technically doesn't spread, right? Kill him.
Those tricks will only
Good job.
make your death more miserable.
He puts value on status effects, man. Yeah, some of the stages are kind of scary. All right, let's Lucilla.
I'm on the scene. The flow of the currents. It's a mess.
Scotty right here.
Don't send a thread into a night.
Thank God old penis has a ton of health because he's getting beat to shit right now. He got stunned. Pure stream, help a brother out.
Wounds will be rather
Ooh!
striking.
Strike!
They will cough up some useful information.
They will cough up some useful information. Scotty, kill this guy.
Who knows what lurks within the kelp forest? By your command.
God, dog. Does this, if you place that down, does it stack the healing?
And petals dye the land red.
Or does it just expand? I think I've asked this before. But I forgot. Oh, these are the last of the enemies though.
My patience is limited.
Stun them to keep them here. And get Spectred, idiot. What music that plays. If it's stacks, so it'll explicitly state in the skill. Okay. Running pure stream S1. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the S1, honestly.
I hear them. Who takes joy in the fall?
Damn, didn't even really need Irene, it looks like.
That dyed my dress red.
That's his range extension, like Wi-Fi. Perfect, now it makes sense. All right, that was a pretty long before stage. Oh, shit! I don't remember what Pure Stream's S2 does, but I like the S1. I like the big healing. Downtime too long. I don't think I have masteries on it. Stunning someone with a little handy still seems like an excellent accomplishment. Yeah, listen, I remember my first little handy left me absolutely speechless and stunned. So I get it. I get it. Who are these mysterious figures that I can't see their face but have very unique torsos? We're almost at our destination. What? You never would have reached the Stultifera in one piece without me. The children of the sea would have ripped you apart, crushed you, or bound your limbs as they dragged you off into their nests. One Piece? Wait, where are you guys? You're gonna be like in a barrel or some shit. You're not like Quintus. Could you be talking about? I feel like it could be either one of these words, but not both of them. What might you be talking about? What could you be talking about? My skin, this sack of flesh. None of that matters. What are you trying to accomplish? And what are you trying to accomplish, Hunter? Your kind already loathe your enemies while simultaneously doubting the purity of your own blood. But still, you pretend to be calm. What are you trying to get out of me? Anchorman. Silence, a wise choice. Air are not a sociable lot, it is known. But it seems there are exceptions. Or are you just a bit of an unpopular grump? Is he well liked? I don't know. He seems kind of lone wolf type. Maybe he's not that popular. He didn't respond. I think he took offense to that. I can answer your question. Quintus wouldn't, nor will the other humans, but the Seaborn will. Like heralds, we come to understand things. We are not limited by the way humans think. How the fuck did you guys get on the boat? A sick background, though, I gotta say. I don't need your riddles. Before coming here, I was in the midst of translating a literary classic from Ursus. It was about race and nations, about history. I was putting it into Iberian and Victorian. Victorian? You never watched this Kakashi cosplay? I knew they all smelled bad, bro. But he's got good taste, at least. Take a look, Mr. Hunter. Old Pianist's gaze follows the woman's hand, his eyes subconsciously drawn towards the ocean. The pitch black sea, dense with dark clouds, oppressive, and yet a vague outline of the starry sky is visible. Even the air rarely look out on the ocean from the water surface. Different races, different countries. This land is fractured in every sense, and its conflicts are never ending. But when you look over beyond the sea, you see anything representing those divides. Take him down, Irene. These damn monsters. Jordi, are you all right? Got like 3 on his back. Rubbing against the wall. Get away from me! Hey! Seems like activating this facility has made these poor creatures realize that this place doesn't make a very good nest. Hi, Inquisitor! Keep ascending, Air. Your hands are for wielding tools, not fire and steel. The plan is unchanged. Get with Irene and find what the Inquisition and the Hunters are seeking. I know! Please be careful! What's everyone's opinion on Dario? I feel like I like him more in this story so far than I did throughout Undertides. He seems to have broadened his horizons a little bit when he took off his mask. Do you really think we can find that ship? It can only pass through Iberia. I don't understand. If it is a place like Rhodes Island, why hasn't it tried to return in 60 years? Like, we too are lost, unable to find a way back home. Is that not so? Definitely the apex of popularity in Air. Is that true? S2 super fast healing for a period of time, technically longer downtime, but I prefer using it for burst healing. The lack of charges on S1's kind of annoying. Yeah, if S1 had charges, it'd be so good. But yeah, I do like just the blast of healing in the wide range. She's a good healer to cover a wide area. Silence was 60 years ago. Wait, what? Oh. I thought... was the ship... The ship was at the same time as the silence, or was the ship... Did it go out after the silence? Were those two events at the same time? Because I think they mentioned the 60 years before, but maybe I thought that they were technically two different things. The ship departed 60 years ago. Yeah, but was that after the silence? I thought the silence was before. But I don't know. You could be right. Because I mean, that's why all the water's out here. I don't know. I don't know, dog. I thought they said the ship departed around the time of the silence. Maybe that's true. Was on the sea during the silence. Okay. All right. So yeah, so 60 years. Sounds of stirring, slapping the water. Like, the children are increasing in number. Are you all right? Me? Like, why do you ask? You didn't speak a single word on the way to Iberia. Like, have you always seen me as a chatterbox, Scotty? Look at Scotty's concerned face. She cares about her girlfriend, everybody. Scotty stares deeply into Spectre's eyes. When she'd finally found Laurentina on land, her eyes were clouded over. Then she saw it in Salviento, a fragment of Laurentina as she was. But it was short-lived. After returning to Rhodes Island, she seemed to have fallen back into the abyss. Now Scotty begins to find herself unable to distinguish which corner of Spectre's mind she's currently dealing with. She has an ominous guess. One that has always swirled through her mind. Like, what's the matter? No need to overthink this, Scotty. And the same goes for you, my sleepy little mermaid. We don't have much time. You will awaken. Will I? You will. For the time being, go with Shark and take out the small fry. Their numbers are endless, so remember to adjust your breathing and conserve energy. You should already know that I prefer it that way. Vibes. Like, must we be in such a hurry to perform again? The storm is not yet ready. Oh, we got a lot of attention. Is it because he's a hot boy? Are Aegirians mostly female? Sounds happened around 1038. What year would it be around here? 1097 or so? I always forget. Ooh, did I read that line? Heh. But it seems our dance partner won't be kept waiting. There's no end to them. Sonia Irene! You're still alive, so that flash of light was from the High Inquisitor's lantern after all. He wanted us to continue on, but what exactly should we do? Keep searching for the ship's location? I was originally planning to wait for the technicians to arrive, but seeing how you got this big fella started all by yourself. Make every second count. 1098, okay. Tiago, you're finally seeing clearly. Why haven't you fled? The Penal Battalion and that Inquisitor have been lying in ambush in town. And why haven't your proud townspeople returned? Inquisitors have already taken away all the confused, directionless residents of Grand Pharaoh, and you already know what's going to happen to them. You know all too well. But I can't sit by and watch Grand Pharaoh go up in smoke. I have to do whatever I can. You fight the Inquisition? Fair enough, Tiago, but that will only hasten this town's demise. Iberia will never tolerate an act of treason. While we all welcome all into our fold, but the weak do not have that right. This determination of yours is but a sick joke. Your mind is playing on you. You understand nothing. Who do you think you're talking to? Who, if I cared enough to investigate you, would have been flushed out by the Penal Battalion long ago. Tell me then, what can people like you offer Grand Pharaoh? In the end, this town is a mere human settlement. What we seek to offer up to this land is of a much higher calling than your meaningless baubles. It's crazy. A slithering sound emerges from the cracks in the building. You've been followed. Psst. Elysium! You see, terrors have pretty sharp senses. An outsider, we will allow it. Your flesh and blood shall become nourishment for our wounded. We all give back to this land. Kill him, Elysium! Beat him up with your flag! The Nethersea brand has already reached this far. The walls, the stairs, it's all over the place. Are you still not done yet? They're getting closer. Almost there. How does this make any sense? Even after all these years, the signal receiving devices are still operable, but why? How? Oh, the logs. Whoa, there it is. Now let's take a look. By the way, how long is the next story node that we got? Out of curiosity. This is post Zwillingstern, but pre chapter 15. Shit. Their numbers are exploding. They're moving through the Nethersea brand as if they've merged with the ground entirely. At this rate, even Maestro and the Hunters won't be able to stay in this branded place for much longer. Lumen, look out! Rough sounds of slithering across the floor. Same length as this one? Ooh. Damn it, underneath us, Jordi. What? Hey! Continue. Okay. Look at his face. Abyssal hunters. You're too weak. Damn. Swarms like these require swifter movements. Spare yourself the energy to breathe. Like so. How much longer, Ayer? There are no records in the logs of how to operate these information terminals, so I'll have to keep searching. There's some data here. I don't understand what it means, but it keeps popping up. Keeps popping up. Even if that's from the Inquisition's last attempt, that should have been years ago. I'm not sure. I assume the data loss was caused by a power outage, but if my hypothesis is right, there's a ship that's been sending signals to this lighthouse for decades. Ooh. X only has a before and a battle. Okay. What? How far away is it? I know. I'm looking. Where are the navigation records? What is it? It's very close. How can it be so close? What? What happened? I'm afraid the underground portion of the tower has been swallowed up by the Nethersea brand. We need to make our decision now. Decision? What decision? If we have the means to locate the ship, then we will go. No, we should eradicate the sea terrors to ensure that the Penal Battalion's reinforcements can arrive safely. Impossible. You will merely wear yourselves out before the stronger prey can even join the hunt. Damn. Many, metaphors. Or do you mean to say that Iberia has hundreds upon thousands of people willing to hold the line to their dying breath like the High Inquisitor below us? No, but opportunity waits for no one. Have you confirmed the coordinates? Well, she speaks like she was talking earlier. She said stuff about like the small fry and stuff. Like her way of talking is very topical. Have you confirmed the coordinates? I can determine an approximate range, but I don't know why it's spinning around or if that means it is being kept afloat by aberrant ocean currents. See that square surrounded by the Seaborn? That's what the ship looks like now. But that ship is the only vessel we have. You can have it. We don't need it. No. Go with them. High Inquisitor, what did you just say? Is he staying behind? The Eye of Iberia has already been activated. There should be some working safeguards in place. Lord Common will arrive to purge the evil remaining along these shores. We don't have time to waste on these endless hordes. Then I'll stay with you, sir. No, you ought to accompany them. You should go see the ocean. What saved your life, what let the rescuers find you wasn't me. It was the scriptures you hold in your hand. Make the right choice. Do not bring shame to Iberia. Understood, High Inquisitor. I will become Iberia's eyes and return the Stultifera to our country's embrace. Then go. I look forward to seeing the moment you pass down the correct verdict. Yes, High Inquisitor. Irene! Rah, rah, rah. You should leave too. Go with them. Sir, I don't want to. I want to stay here. It's too dangerous. I don't know a single thing about that golden vessel. The best I could do is bask in its magnificence, but... but I don't think that's where my duty lies. This might be a strange thing to say, but, I only felt my own worth when I was exploring this lighthouse, so... Please, let me stay here. I don't know if that's a good idea, Jordi. I think you should join them. Exactly 100 down, but nothing has changed. Like, they're like the stars in the sky. Breaking the encirclement would be simple, but defending the lighthouse, how long would we be slashing away? Like, what a fine, colorful carpet they make as their carcasses dissolve. A carpet of life. Ah, this must be the most beautiful carpet in the land. True, the Nethersea brand is spreading, which means... Your weapons cannot burn them, but mine can. That's only a temporary solution. Cauterizing the tips of the seagrass won't stop it from growing. Can we check that? Can we do science? Can we bring Warmy or Bobbing or something and see if burn damage will help out? It's good enough. Grab your people and get out of here. Steer the ship out, or you won't be able to get your bearings. You realize what that means. You don't need to tell me, Aya. Very well. Do your best to survive, High Inquisitor. Damn, bro, he is doing a go-on without me. Shark, Scotty. That's the ship. Yes. After so long spent waiting on land, we are finally about to return to Aer. Claudia's words slow to a halt. Her hand caresses her neck. On her well-concealed skin is a patch that is rough to the touch. Oh, it's the gill that they showed at the end of Undertides. Key.png. I like the key sound effect that goes along with it too. Ah, I was right. Or scales, not gill. The ship is right in front of her eyes. No, don't be hasty, Claudia. The ocean is still dangerous. Otherwise, they would not have trapped the 3 hunters ashore. But without a doubt, her heart is smoldering. Has this rung a bell regarding any IS-3 encounter nodes? Does not, I'm afraid. They've left! That's right, which means we're stranded here until the Penal Battalion's reinforcements arrive. Well, Jordi, guess you better get your healing ready, because bro's gonna need it. You've done well, Aya, so you've earned the right to answer a question. Okay. I swear to answer truthfully. Did you make your own decision to leave the shore and come here with us? You're just an ordinary person, janitor, or whatever. You're no warrior. Few can wander out to sea, let alone witness a battle against the sea terrors. Yet, your expression doesn't shake at all under the light of my lantern. What are you thinking? What do you want? I can't even remember ever seeing my mother or father. Everyone always told me I'm an heir and that we came here to repair the lighthouse, but it's all ruined. Before all this, I didn't know a single thing. I was lost and confused, to be honest. When the sea terrors came, I was about to say Tiago. Someone told me to leave as soon as possible, but truthfully, I didn't even know where I could go. Because I'm an heir and all I can do is keep my head down as I trudge through life, and just so you know, I'm actually a chapel nurse, not a janitor. The reveal. But that doesn't really count as work, does it? All the things Mr. Elysium talks about, the way he acts, maybe that's what it really means to live life upon this land. That's why I felt like this was an opportunity. Are you not afraid of death? I don't think there's anyone who isn't, sir. I should be frank with you. The Nethersea brand has already completely engulfed the coastline. We don't have much time left. Oh. Get to the top of the lighthouse, fellas. Lord Common and Dr. Calcit may have their methods, but I'm not so optimistic. When the others left, we were basically condemned to death. Is that why you insisted on me going with them? It's too late to regret it now. You chose to defy me of your own free will, but even if you die here, your death would be by no means meaningless. Damn, dog. You're not shaken. Huh, and just a little bit maybe, but even if I went with them, wouldn't I still have 9-to-1 odds of dying? As long as I stay here in this lighthouse, I can at least feel like I've already... Don't be in such a hurry to give up. The Eye of Iberia should have its own defenses. Go start them up. Alright, but where will you go? Now, we are alone at sea, far from our homeland. Again and again, we arrive on this little reef, the weight of our lives and of our vessels so much heavier than the place itself. Well, at least the frickin' last night isn't slamming his big steel rod against the lighthouse anymore, so that's good. No, unfortunately, I don't. The only thing I really remember from encounter nodes are like the images and what it gives me. Like in IS2, the really hot vampire girl gives me an STD. Phrasing, bro. Sorry. You know what I meant, though. Swarms of slithering sounds. It's actually a pink node. Sounds familiar. Oh, the image. Oh. No. Sorry. Use something that clears a rejection on an op. No, it's not coming to me. I feel like anytime someone gets a rejection, I just like, damn, COVID again. Tough it out. Between the ocean and Iberia, there is no such thing as justice or evil. Only sword and lantern. Only me. Damn, that's aura, bro. That's crazy. That was tough.
Please guide these lost souls to peaceful enlightenment.
All right, that was pretty tough, Dario. You were kind of a scumbag in Undertides, but you do kind of fuck. You do kind of fuck. That's hype moments and aura. Absolutely, bro. I can see him standing there, gun in one hand, sword in the other, waves crashing down as swarms of little sea monsters come at him to bite his ankles. Insane. All right, let's try and push through one more. I was actually gonna call it here, but let's try and push through one more. Even though I am pretty tired, I think we can make it through. Worn out cabinet. Open the cabinet's swaying doors, and a complex-looking device can be found resting inside. A thin line of Agirian text along its side reads "Housekeeping Assistant Module." It seems to fit into one of the slots of Little Handy. Let's go! It appears to have been carefully stashed here at some point, but where did it come from? Little Handy upgrade. Woohoo! All right, what do we got? The Housekeeping Assistant Module. Hand of the Saint can remove Nether Sea brand along this travel path. Let's go! Let's go! Thanks, Little Handy. If you see the node during future runs, you'll know it now. All right, I'll keep an eye out, but I think I really gotta do IS5 if I'm gonna play IS, right? Like, I gotta get that Tin Man. Ship's Wake. Eh? Choose the destination. What did I just do? Whoa! What just happened? Lumen! All right, I want to hear his voice.
So, you're the doctor. Pleased to meet you. My code name is Lumen, and I will now be serving as a Rhodes Island operator. Even if I can only bring you a thin filament of light, I will give all my strength.
I like his voice. Thanks, Lumen. He has a Spanish voice now. I don't have him downloaded. All right, so here's how we can go to the ship now. I see. Okay, so we're on the Lost Flagship. Look at this shit. This is a big ass boat. Checker, you said, wait, what's the other option? Grand Pharaoh. That's where we already are. Dusty Pictures. Left after completing Nameless Ocean. Mirror Image. Oh, on the Little Handy. Hand of the Saint. Purification. Oh, wait, you can swap them? Melee operators have 40% healing effectiveness. Range operators get... I don't know, you can swap them. 80% max HP and 250 defense. Now, we're mostly melee operators, I think. Hand of the Saint can remove Nether Sea brands. Hand of the Saint can bounce between walls, repeatedly stunning and inflicting damage. No, I like the remove the Nether Sea brands. That's pretty nice. A little handy. Lazy S3 Little Handy. Yo, Lazy was talking about a Little Handy the other day. If you see the misguised enemy info, do they just die from? Would they die from the bouncing? I jump through like 5 hoops to get this shit. Cannot be blocked while another C brand gains physical and arts dodge. Disabled by certain negative statuses. So the stun's pretty useful. Sentenced to death towards the judicial office for improper conduct towards Leiji. Bro, I've been a Leiji liker for a while. You can't give me this. Stultifera Navis. We did it. It's the boat. It's the thing. They said the thing. When disaster struck, broke both the great flagship Stultifera Navis, the ship of fools, and the Iberian fleet to which it belonged were out at sea. Ah, okay. Well, that answers that question that we were just talking about a little bit ago. Giant waves swallowed everything, but the ghosts of the past still lingered. Central Passage. All right, SN6 we are going on. E140, Central Passage. Oh, look at this. I think this was the same background as that one CC, but I didn't realize it at the time. This looks nice. This looks nice. IS3 looking stage layout though. All right, sorry Lumen, you're not leveled up. I'm not bringing you. Rhodes Island. I know that place. Dr. Calcit. I know you. Brogan was the owner of that key. During Iberia's golden age, he became a guest of honor to the aristocrats and nobility. He was once seen as a symbol of the budding harmony between the Air Islanders and Iberians. Nobody knows what he was doing right before the disaster or what he lacked the time to do, but he had already left behind a significant legacy, and for you, significant distractions. Who, me? You talking to me? Regardless, he is part of the past. I have no doubt you will be the one to make the choice here in the present. Depending on the strat on the stage, sometimes it's easier to disable effects versus get rid of the brand, because there's so many spawning dudes. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes, but I think if I can keep the brand away from me, I'll have a little peace of mind. But it depends on where some of the other enemies are, like the spitters are a problem. As for the key, the question of why Brogan's key was left in Casimir's is one we do not need answered. It is a question we have, though. But it was found by the hunter Scotty. This was no coincidence, but rather an inevitability. You all have a natural sensitivity towards the sea. Alright, so she's talking to an Air. Indeed. I handed the key to that band. You will learn what they truly are. Perhaps an Air will need to enlist their help. They are also searching for answers. Most of them are young, uncomfortable with the ocean's changes. After all, they cannot truly leave the place of their birth. Yes, I hope we'll succeed. Humanity faces too many problems, and the layers upon layers of disasters can easily extinguish the light of our current civilization. Gladia, if you wish to act alone, I won't try to dissuade you. Scotty's just like you. Perhaps all the hunters are. What about old penis? But whatever you do, don't think you can solve all this land's problems by yourself. Ask away. I will answer any of your questions. A Sharmla. Where did you hear that name? There's not the right apostrophe. Where? Multiple young people's. Oh, your message. Unable to return to the place of their birth. A Sharmla. Heard that a few times. We're almost there. But the ocean's just too vast. Even slight inaccuracies in the coordinates can lead to huge errors. It is also much calmer than I imagined. More than calm. Since leaving the lighthouse, we've actually faced fewer and fewer attacks. Not even the wind or waves are stirring. What does it mean? It means Like, are you nervous, my poor little bird? Hey, what did you... Stand where I can see you. Who are you calling nervous, anyway? It's just very, very few people manage to make it this far out into the ocean, so I can't be sure that... Nay, your eyes are drawn back, like, to over your shoulder, like, not to the horizon. You fear loss more than the unknown. You have a theory now that's different than Scotty's name, like you first said? Not necessarily, but probably more just like an evolving thought, or like an expansion of that. Like it's like a little bit more than meets the eye. Like, I don't know. Is it like a group of critters type shit? Your superior gave you this chance so you could board the Stultifera to reach out to the air, not for you to wallow indecisively. I know that. Before the fight comes to us, you must... Hey, do you smell that shark? Like, of course. Keep this cozy little boat slightly to the right, and soon we'll be able to see the bigger boat. It's long since become yet another nest, though. Do you really intend to dive right in? Well, old penis is over there, so... Do you need to rest, Spectre? Me? Is there something wrong with me? Why would you ask that? Your hand is shaking. Spectre looks down at her hand. The one not wielding a weapon is indeed trembling slightly in the sea breeze. Oh, so are they merging? Are the personalities like merging a little bit? I just punched my microphone, sorry. I think that's what they were saying Scotty was starting to think as well, when she was talking about like how she can't distinguish which one she's interacting with now. And then they were like said something along the lines of like, she, you know, one of her thoughts, you know, might be true or something to that effect. And I had mentioned that a while back too. Her consciousness gradually clears up and plunges deep into the abyss, untouchable. Is this anxiety or excitement? But why? Buddy reaches out and gently holds Spectre's hand, with Scotty following suit. The three abyssal hunters share a moment of silence. Oh, cute. Welcome home, hunters. Oh, look, this is cool. Look at this. Gladia solemnly steps out onto the ship's bow. Look at all their fuck-ass hats. The sea breeze cleaves a path through the night, carrying upon it a familiar scent. The quiet vessel sleeps soundly atop the ocean. It is a vassal of the sea breeze, the guest of an era. Idealism was ubiquitous in that era, and it reflected the people's spirits of exploration as well as their arrogance. Scotty and Gladia gaze wordlessly at the ship. In an instant, they are inundated with a flood of thoughts, but in the end, they are invariably dragged back to the past, their youth, their home, the rhythmic swaying of the ship. Only Spectre continues to grip tightly onto the weapon in her hand, the sea breeze picking up slightly. This breeze will carry the hunters home. Cute. More sea terrors slithers across a rocky surface. Monster, burn them. Good job, monster. Woo! Easy. Monster, run it back. Lord Carmen, we can't afford to stay here much longer. The team of hunters is in danger. The penal battalion's being held back. It seems even I have underestimated the extent of the Church of the Deep's taint. We should have cleared a temporary forward base at Grand Pharaoh to continue the pursuit. We didn't have a choice. If we have no way of securing the town, we'll be under attack from both sides. An Iberian tertio consists of at least 10 companies, approximately 3,000 people. The officers of the penal battalion are more than sufficient to lead them to victory. You seem quite knowledgeable about this. We've crossed paths more than once. Are you suggesting we let the penal battalion handle Grand Pharaoh and head straight into the Eye of Iberia? I wouldn't be opposed to that proposal were we dealing with Victoria's fleet. Damn! Victoria slander. But I guess if it is post Victoria arc, makes sense. The note where you get the ending items, the bishop's research. Is that the one where I've only seen that once where I got the music-y one? These terminals don't stop beeping and the bad news continues before the terrorists are marching towards lands. The Penal Battalion's fleet has been destroyed. The deep skeletons have advanced. And the Bastion de Canticos. Worries you now. Most of the news of the hunters who entered the Stultifera Navis. Music you found documents dealing plans to lure Abyssal hunters back to the ocean to resurrect him. And another document titled Karula for the bishop's lifelong research on the Seaborn, as well as a certain location. Bishop's lifelong research. Would this bishop happen to be the motherfucker that we beat up in Undertides? That I'm blanking on his name. Someone else. There's other various Church of the Deep bishops. But Karula. Write that down, write that down. Otherwise, our losses will be even greater. Quintus, thank you. You, Riffs. Miss Frost, why are you... Warm up workout, she said. We come from the sea. We are the sea. However, Riffs dejectedly. If you're willing to help, that would be ideal. What can you offer? I can make them listen to my song. And your companions. Apologies in advance, but Dan wants to borrow that chapel. The others are in there thinking up new songs. Music, your melodies are considerably different from what I used to hear in Lithanian. Are you sure they'll be interested in this sort of thing? Riffs tersely. The meaning of life is music. I just want to clean up the venue before the show starts. Frost slowly pulls out her guitar. Carmen cannot help but be surprised. He can tell that the organism in front of him is truly, genuinely thinking about music. Her words contain no superfluous intentions. It is by no means a metaphor. Use the word as such, and Frost's attention will quickly wander. She only thinks about music. Only this form of art, capable of stimulating her soul, can hold her attention. Guess that makes sense. The bishop's left ambiguous, but we can take a good guess after some endings. Ah, okay. Flinching, slithering sounds. Riffs experimentally. The lurking sea terrors circle around her, observing, examining, judging. They dare not wantonly approach her. They smell a familiar scent. They realize the guitarist in front of them is a hollow vessel. Her distant connections resonates through the depths bestowed to them as their birthright. Even on land, they instantly feel as if they have become one with the sea. Conflicted, confused slithering sounds. How miraculous. These creatures are intimately connected with the land itself. In their eyes, are humans and sea terrors no different? Frost does not answer. She is intoxicated by the melody, consumed by the passion. Doing tool riffs experimentally. Calcit knows that the question was rhetorical. Calcit, was this also a part of your plans for them to sit on the coast while the Penal Battalion delves into the sea? If you choose to believe so, then yes. But the Penal Battalion didn't even have time to prepare even a single ship for us. There's already one sitting along the shore. It's been years since the Grand Pharaoh project was scrapped. First, we must uproot the evil that still grips this land. I remain an inquisitor. I will not sit idly by and watch the corruption that's been infested Iberia slip away right before my eyes. Hey, we're back on the boat. Hey, everyone's on the boat. Whoa. Like, are you all right? Let go of me. Don't just go around picking people up. Look at her face. All flustered. Irene gay panic. Spectre does that to people though. That's interesting hug grabbing line. Which one? oh, you are grabbing the line, you says. You talk about the music part? I commented on the music and song and dancing and stuff related to Seaborn stuff before. Humans and sea terrors, no different. Obviously not. We've been through this. But wait, who is the one thinking that, I suppose? Oh, Carmen said that. Telling the sea terrors, who are the creatures? Creature. Well, I mean, we know what the sea terrors are. Are you saying creatures like the Seaborn from like the Seaborn that we talked to in Undertides? Or are you saying... All right, bet. I'll continue observing Irene's gay panic. I do like Irene. Definitely one of my faves. She's fun. What's everyone else's like opinion of some of the characters? Like, does Stultifera push forward any of the characters that are involved for anyone? Like, especially at this point, which I assume is probably like halfway to like maybe 60%. Because what, we're on SN6. There's been a bunch of standalone story nodes as well. Maybe we're further along. Maybe we're like 2/3 of the way through. Probably not. I'd probably say a little over half. It has made much more by this event, as was Irene. That's all I think about the existing cast. Not even Spectre? What about Spectre? What do you mean? She's a way more interesting character now. Now she's involved. And her relationship with Scotty. It's been a stage hazard. That's crazy. I can't believe you hate both Scotty and Spectre. I'm interested in it, but also I always really like personality disorder type things. So, but all right, we'll continue on. I still feel anything about her, but the watching Frost and Oust and the Sea Terrors are there. The Sea Terrors don't attack Frost and Oust. They dare not wantonly approach her. Realize that the guitarist in front of them is a hollow vessel. What just happened? Carmen says, how miraculous. In their eyes, are humans and sea terrors no different? Right, I got that part. But I'm not sure what the talk of creatures is. Like, I know that there were some terms that were used interchangeably before. I'm confused at the new introduction of creatures. You keep going. But like, my fragile little bird, how will you climb up this tall deck if I don't carry you? That's not what I meant. Forget it. Like, what's the matter? Why is there what? Is the waves crashing over the side of the boat? Inquisitor Irene simply stares blankly at the scenery in front of her. A dim sliver of light in front of the pitch black sea. In the front of the ship's mast, time seems to have stood still for the past 60 years. So this is the Stultifera Stultifera Navis, the ship of fools. So this? Oh my god, so this. The flagship that housed both scholars and soldiers, the floating palace of a fallen dynasty. It's quite different from how it's described in the books. Let's go. Wait, what are you even searching for on a ship this big? Brogan was an heir. This key must be hiding some sort of clue that the heir wanted to leave behind. A key? What is it meant to open? That's what I'm here to find out. Even ignoring its size, the ship's also been lost at sea for 60 years. How do you plan to... Perhaps you young Iberians haven't had much exposure to these transport vessels. Even with Brogan's help, this thing was so shoddily built. It looks pretty sturdy. What do you mean? Why you... Were the seas calm on our way here? I'm sure you know the answer. Then my next question for you is this. Why didn't this ship sink? You don't mean... Footsteps. Heavy, viscous footsteps. A shadow appears upon the deck where no living being should stir. No. Irene immediately reprimands herself for having such a thought. Claudia's question was also on her mind. Along the shore, in the water, she's already seen so many of these. Oh shit. Not quite old penis. That there's a creature. Is this your eye right here? It's crazy. The moment she sees the enemy, the young, talented Inquisitor Irene's first instinct is to hold her breath. By the time she remembers how to breathe, Claudia has already stepped forward. There's like no sounds. There's just like swinging and missing. Interesting. You managed to dodge it. Well, that makes sense. Get him. Ding, ding. Like, not for long. Don't even think about it. Get his ass. Good job. Wait. What? It hid inside the cabin. Should we chase it? Yes, that is where it went. But why would you hide? Why would it hide inside? We're out in the middle of the ocean. What do we do? It's not alone. There's more than one seaborn on this ship, and even more sea terrors. We should split up. House, Cal Carmen, and Sea Terrors of Carmen saying this, and the Sea Terrors aren't the creatures, then why is he referring to the last party like that? So he's talking about the Seaborns, right? Isn't that what I was saying? Or Ayers? Are you referring to... Or you're interpreting it as calling Ayers creatures? I guess that would align with the Inquisition. Buddy, please work on your hit rate. I know, for real. I don't think splitting up's a good idea, though, Claudia. You're not supposed to split up the party. I'll go after it. I'll head down. Down? How? Do people already know the layout of the ship? We don't, but that's nothing a sharp blade can't solve. Excuse me? This is the most important legacy of the Iberian sages we're talking about here. And, like, where will you go, little bird? I have an obligation to supervise you, so I'll go with you. There are so many mysteries shrouding the Stultifera. If it's been preserved this well, why did it never try to return to Iberia in the last 60 years? Who the fuck was gonna drive it, bro? As an Inquisitor, I must uncover the truth. Shall we hold hands, then? What's the meaning of this? I told you, Irene's having her gay awakening with Spectre, and I get it. I understand. You're a fruit of elegance and grace, but like your hard work and natural talents are worthless before the enemy's yelp face. I fear we will lose you with but a momentary lapse of focus. You look down on others too much, Ayer. Keep her safe then. Will do. Shark? Hmm? Did you remember something? The sea breeze told me, like, it spoke of a sculpture. It is weeping, waiting for me. Will I be able to find it on this ship? Of course, but make it quick. I'll be waiting for you. What sculpture? Well, let us say our greetings to the deceased while searching for its whereabouts, Scotty. I'm glad you still remember my name. Ooh, pretty. This place really is fit to be a palace. But how is it so pristine? There's not a speck of dust to be found. Look, even the floorboards are sparkling. Maybe someone wanted to keep it tidy. Scotty, do you know what the fuck you're saying? Who would be keeping it tidy? Who, though? Thank you! Who knows? Thank you, Scotty. Well, I didn't realize what was up with Alice until this line, and even then I was still a bit off base. Second time the words caught my attention. I don't know. There's been yeah, I feel like I'll need a little bit more info on Alice. What's up, Brighto? How's it going? On a boat? What are you talking about? Eh? No, I know, but I feel like I need more info on them to like understand more. It's not really clicking, and any sort of hypotheticals isn't really helping, at least at 11:30 at night. Because some of the things that they've said to Calcit conflict with what Calcit was talking about earlier, so. You said you were going to pursue that monster. How are you planning on doing that? The scent doesn't lie. Though this place is full of putrid smells. There must be more. Gross, laborious, slithering sounds. Sea terrors. As expected, they turned this place into a nest. Get him. Good job. Like, I'll handle this. Slithers around in place. Wait, Spectre, the scent's coming from below. Ah. Scotty's had some good faces. Isharmla. Isharmla. Places' backgrounds are so nice. That impact. Are you all right, Spectre? That impact. Only one word to describe that impact. Genshin. Ever been to a fish market before? That smell? Like that Genshin. Stinky. Tastes good though. Spectre. Florentina. What are you looking at? A mirror? Why is there a mirror? She good? The mirror has been broken. What's with this place? Why did the Iberians make a transport vessel into a palace? It's nothing like Rhodes Island. Keeps comparing it to Rhodes Island. Is there anything special about the mirror? I saw it. At first, there was a speck of light from the surface of the shattered mirror, but it quickly gave way to the dark shadow beneath it. Its eye. The Seaborn had long been waiting here, sitting alone in its golden hall. This is a different one. Isharmla. Latina! Latina? Lutina. Laurentina. It's young. No, we can't judge their strength by size. Another Seaborn, without a doubt. Sea terrorists too. They're gathering. Spectre. I need big booty Latina. Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh my god. Caper. Holy shit, Shadow would love this. Spectre ignores her words as she stares blankly at the mirror and at the Seaborn behind it. Spectre, good? You remember me? The Seaborn nods slightly. It looks at Spectre and Scotty with confusion, thinking, why are they different from how they were in the past? Why is the past in quotes? What happened to them? How can it help free them from their shackles of flesh and blood? Spectre. I don't think about it. I'm not. Her tone had changed. Scotty looks at Spectre with astonishment. She had never been able to get a definite answer from either Gladio or Calce regarding the moment of clarity Spectre displayed in Salviento. Laurentina, you... Laurentina, yes. Laurentina. Like, look here on the scroll hanging from my weapon. Back when I wrote my name down and hung it here, I could still remember where I was born. Ah, a lucid dream, huh? Really, it's been too long. Spectre. We can reminisce later. Whether in Salviento or aboard this familiar yet unfamiliar vessel, I really hope that next time I'm awakened, it's by Air's resplendent domes instead of you ugly monsters. Hey, thanks for sitting back and letting me finish. Hey, weren't you You weren't seriously about to call us your kin, were you? Gross. Like, come on. Why don't you take a little nap, too? Sink into the quagmire of consciousness and relinquish the gift of life. Damn. Absolutely ruined that man's career. Central Pashes will get it. I don't like the layout of this one. Oh shit, it's the old guys. He's standing on that tile. Alright, let's draw you right here. Why did that keep running? Alright, why don't I do... a deep color like right there. Oh, it's this guy. Shit. Alright, so they're gonna follow him around? You're not gonna... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Scotty! I got distracted by the freaking conga line down here. So they're just gonna follow him around? Let me start this over.
How ridiculous. Feels like I killed myself.
It's fine. Don't worry, Blue Poison. We're good. It's just it's too late for my brain to be working though. Try this one more time. Yeah, the Alma 10 part really is what throws me for a loop. All right. You color it up right there.
Not sure. This sword has a terrifying past. Care to find out?
Put a tentacle right there too. All right, so they're all bro, what the fuck? Crazy. All right, let's see. What do I want to do here? I'll pianist kill these guys.
Is not worth witnessing. I hear them.
They're trying to dodge you.
Joy in the fall.
Ah, shit. Here we go. You thought. Get little handied, idiot. All right. Let's get, let's see. Let's put Irene right here. Someone got away.
I hear them. This execution is not worth witnessing.
Pure stream. Oh, a little awkward on the placement. There. All right. You'll get your skill. Ah, shit. Oh, fuck.
Every battle deserves to be enjoyed.
I knew I should have put Irene 1 forward. I was about to put her right there. The old guy. Spectre's got him. Eventually. Still a help out.
The flow of the currents. It's a mess.
All right.
I will handle your useless
Get him.
tricks will only make
Strike.
your death more miserable.
Good job, old pianist. Goated. I forgot I had Gladia. Oh, Gladia can go on. Oh, I forgot she could go on range tiles. All right, let's put you right there.
Let me stir.
I can heal old pianist with the little dragon too if needed.
Say something. It would be
All right.
sad
If we can kill that old guy right there, that would actually be ideal, wouldn't it? I don't think we're going to though. At this rate. All right, let's pull. Maybe I can.
They come from the depths of the ocean.
Close your eyes.
Shit, kill him. Worth. All right. Spec, do you want to fuck around and kill this old guy?
To me. Close your eyes. Feel the undulating wave. Too bad.
Ooh, we got a couple of hits right there. He got away!
Please. Let me know
Shit.
the results.
Get stunned, idiot.
Say something. It would be sad
Kill him,
to
Irene!
sink into the depths without a sound.
The red velvet of life props up this dead diamond.
Get him! Shit, he keeps pissing all over the floor.
Close your eyes.
Ooh!
Feel the undulating
There we go,
wave.
first try. Strike
The
and
words
sunder
and
the
thoughts
tides.
of our enemies mean nothing to me.
He's good at bowling.
All I care about is how to defeat
That would be
them.
a good maybe a good mini game. You know, in Plants vs Zombies they had like the walnut bowling. Let me get Sea Terror bowling, where we throw anchors at the little sea terrors and we all point and laugh at them as they get beat up by the anchor man, and you're like, oh wait, that's actually a person. We should probably feel pretty bad about doing that. And then you hit 3 or 4 of them at once and you're like, ooh, do it again. You know, your morality just gets thrown out the window at that point. All right, we had just like 5 things to look at. All right, that's where we're leaving it. That's where we're calling it. You guys, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it, whether you're lurking, chatting here the whole time, you're part of the time. Thank you for the support. We gotta get some music going. There we go. Estimate 55%. Shit, I thought we were a little further along. Actually, my guess was around like 60, but still, I wish we were a little further, but it is what it is. We will be back tomorrow with more Stultifera. So exciting stuff coming up. We also are doing a bunch of stuff in Discord this week. We are doing where's my schedule? There it is. We are doing some movies on Wednesday, some classic holiday movies, The Year Without a Santa Claus and Rudolph. And then on Friday we are doing Gartic Phone and Jackbox community games. So fun stuff coming up if you guys want to join in. Exclamation Discord, you do get about 69% more attractive just by joining. Fun stuff. Definitely a long one. It's not a bad thing. I actually am really enjoying the story. It's very like mysterious and exploratory. It's fun and some interesting characters. But you guys, we're going to be hopping into a raid, so I do ask, don't go anywhere even if you're unable to hop in the raid, or sorry, stick around for the stream. If you guys would hop in the raid, show some support, I'd appreciate it. I know that they'll appreciate it as well. Hashtag you Benny rated if you're sub. Throw your favorite Benny emote in there at the end. If you're not sub, no worries. Throw your favorite emote in there at the end. Make it look cool, make it look fun. I gotta see who is live. See who's streaming. See who's doing things. How about how about Yuzu? Yuzu is doing the lazy stages, which I forgot were even a thing. I haven't done any of them. I might have to do them off stream. I don't know how much longer I have, so maybe I'll be doing them tomorrow. So show them support to use super cool, super fun. I know you guys will like them. Like I said, even if you guys aren't able to stick around for the stream, if you guys hop in the raid, just show them support. I'd appreciate it. I know that they'll appreciate it as well. But guys, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you had a good time hanging out, joining us on our naval adventure for Stultifera Navis. We will be continuing tomorrow. I'm very much looking forward to it. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. I hope you sleep well. I hope you don't go to bed with the need to pee. Make sure you go to the bathroom before. I say that because I have to pee really bad. So goodbye, guys. I will see you soon. Good night.